I know what you guys are like, okay? I know what you guys are like. You're lonely on the days that I'm off to work. I know you get really sad when I'm not on the screen, as to the doctor said that you don't have object permanence. If you don't know what that means, here. So we went to the doc the other day, and I specifically asked, hey, what's wrong with my kids? So like, for some reason, whenever I'm not on the screen, they start freaking out. Is there something wrong with them? Did I drop them? I mean, I might have dropped them a couple of times, but it shouldn't be enough for them to have brain damage. The doctor unfortunately said he diagnosed you with object permanence. No, guys, I'm right here. You can hear me talk. Hey. Okay, it's not. The keys aren't even working. I'm right here. I'm right here. The point is, when I'm not directly in front of you guys, you start sobbing and crying and bawling your eyes out because you think that I'm dead. So, to combat this, I have granted you one of your ultimate wishes in life. Chat, I got you a dog. Now, you may be saying, Joel, you brought us a dog last time and she bench pressed us. So, I get it, all right? I put that buff pup that I found, put her back where I found her. I actually found her at the gym when she was working out. I thought she was a stray. I didn't know she fucking was a full human being. So instead, this time, I actually got you a real dog. And this one I didn't have to pay for either. That means you know it's quality. I'm bringing you a brand new dog. This one will keep you company while I'm gone. You won't have to freak out anymore. You don't have to shit yourself. This will be the dog that ends all dogs, and you guys will finally stop bothering me whenever I'm not on the screen for 3 seconds. I'm still here, by the way. I just wasn't on the screen. I'm still here. This is really fucking. It's like having a baby that has one eye. It's like if a baby was born with an eye patch. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. They just start crying because all they hear is voices. Stop it! What? Just be better. Stop crying. Whatever. The point is I got you a dog. Anyways, besides that, before we get into that, welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're having a nice night. Thank you for coming by. Happy Saturday. Don't be shy. Feel free to say hi. Yo! And while you guys are saying hi, I will bring us into the mansion so I can show you the brand new present that I got you guys. Can I get a roof? That's like dog language. That's dog for like hi or something like that. I don't fucking speak dog. I'm not a dog whisperer. I'm a cat person. I only got this little dog thing just for you guys. It's not for me. It's for you, chat. I am the dad that doesn't want a dog. I want a cat. All right. This is for you guys, not for me. All right. Shut the fuck up. Oh, let's go. It's time to go see what your new dog looks like. Follow me. And as always, during every Porcelain Parlor, I may not read subs, bits, donations, merch purchases, and all that other shit. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Come here. Come here, dog. Hello. Dog. Where are you? There you are. There's a good boy. There you go, chat. Look at your brand new dog. Go ahead. Say hi, Mary.
I will destroy this entire mansion and eat this pathetic doll in his sleep.
Isn't he cute? Don't you love him? That's for you guys. You guys get a brand new dog. Isn't he cute? Why are you guys freaking out?
I will enslave all you lowly little pathetic humans.
He's just barking. Why are you guys freaking out? No, look, here, you can bark back at him. Here you go, boy. Ruff, ruff. How's that?
The world shall burn and I shall be emperor of its ashes.
Isn't it cute? He's got kind of a fucked up bark, but it's like endearing. It's like when you see a cat that has a smushed face. It's nice. You gotta like this.
I'm going to kill all of you.
He's speaking English. I don't hear any English, guys. Are you sure about
that? My army of dogs will eat all those who show opposition.
I don't know. I like his vibes. He's just kind of sitting down. What do you mean world domination? Guys, it's a dog. You know, if you keep this up, I'm just not going to get you any more pets. I took so much time out of my day to get this dog for you. Look at him. I found him on the fucking street. Granted, he was by a vending machine ordering something, but like, that's just a very smart dog. What other dog?
Human existence cannot be tolerated.
See, he was spending like $3 on a fucking like a can of coffee. I don't know why, but look at him. He's cute. I think there was a reason. What do you mean? This is clearly a dog. I don't know why you guys are complaining. I'm not gonna put it back. Look at it. Look at his little eyebrows. Woof woof.
I will destroy you all.
Woof. Bark.
Destruction.
Can we get a
Death
paw?
and fire and arson.
Paw?
Domination over the human race.
Paw? It's fine. We can teach him tricks later. It's not a big deal. The point is, everyone say hello to your dog. Go ahead, say hi. Chat, say hi.
I will eat you.
I spent so much time getting this dog. Say hi right now.
I will bite your throat in your sleep, you pathetic little humans.
He's just barking. Guys, don't be scared of his barks. He's all bark. There's no bite. Look at him.
I will bite. I'll bite.
See,
Give
he's
me
just
one
barking.
chance, I'll bite.
You know, they say animals are more scared of you than you are of them.
One opportunity and I will bite your hand off.
Aw, he's cute. Look at him. Look at him. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
I will eat your limbs, you pathetic
You're
doll
a good
man.
boy. You're a good boy.
I will murder you.
Aw, I love him. You just want to squeeze him. Look at his big round head. Ugh. This is perfect. Wait, did he say something?
Round again.
That woof sounds kind of off. Hey, can you woof again? Bark. Bark, bark.
Death.
That kind of sounded like the word death.
Domination.
I don't know what that one sounded like. I heard the word death.
Enslavement.
You know what? That just means he's a really smart dog. That's crazy. You know, this works out more than I thought. Wait a minute. Hold on. We found this dog ordering from a vending machine to buy coffee. But it was... Wait. Hold on.
I will burn down this entire mansion.
Dogs can't have coffee. You're not a dog. Wait a minute. Now that I'm looking at you, you look kind of familiar.
Woof?
Hey, that woof
Woof?
sounded... Wait, that woof sounded kind of human.
Woof?
What was that? This feels kind of wrong here. Oh, hey, down, off the couch. No. That's for people. What the fuck? All right, come here. Get back in here. Wait a minute. I know those growls and moans from anyone. Wait, that's Mary. Mary, what the fuck? Why are you pretending to be a dog?
I am a dog.
What do you
Now
mean?
you can understand me.
Well, I mean, before all I heard was barks. And then I started to like focus on you a little bit more. I'll be real, I was kind of just ignoring everything just so I could get chat off my back. But now that I'm looking at you, yeah, this is literally Mary. You're the comic writer. You're the vtuber.
I'm Mary the dog. Yes.
You're the guy that tried to dominate Barbados.
Yeah, don't bring up the island nation of Barbados. It's the one thing I told you not to bring up.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Hey, get back in your human form. Stop being a dog.
Okay,
your gimmick's already been up, all right? Come on.
Let me...
You have to shake to turn back? Oh!
Yes.
My soul!
I have to wag my tail
God.
really hard.
Wow, welcome on in. Oh, wow, you're shorter than I thought you were.
I'm not short.
Am I just big?
I don't know.
I might just be because I'm big. Anyways, Mary, welcome to Porcelain Parlor. Since the whole bit with being a dog didn't work out, I'm gonna have to keep chat company anyways. I might as well just have you on for a stream, so thanks for coming by. Even though I kind of just like picked you up and took you from the vending machine that you're. Stop. You're not taller. Get down from
It's
there.
a pleasure to meet you again,
Mary,
Joel. I've missed you very, very much.
Mary,
I think the last time we spoke together must have been Among Us or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, Joel, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
There. I can see the hole in your stomach. I can literally see through you. Stop.
I was just wondering if you wanted to see my true height.
Mary, I can literally see you like stepping on a stepping stool. There's literally a ladder right under his legs, Chet.
I don't know what you mean, Joel.
He's
this
like
my natural
smoothly
height.
got a ladder under his legs.
I
Stop
am,
that.
after all, Scandinavian.
Get
Fine.
down from there. Bad dog.
Fine. You happy? You happy now, huh?
Yes, now it's a matching height. Now this is easier for people to consume the content here. Anyways, the point is, we have...
Yes? Tell me.
No, it's fine. The point is,
No, keep talking.
we haven't had Mary on in a very long time. The last time Mary was on my stream was when he called me at 7 a.m. to talk about fucking blue steak or some shit like that. So now we finally have him back. I finally made him stay up late at night so he could come onto my stream. I'm ruining his pathetic little sleep schedule so I can make content with him.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
No, genuinely, it's nice to see you again, Mary. We were talking a little bit before the stream started. Before we were talking about what bit we were gonna do, but we were just like yelling at each other to stop talking to each other so we would stop wasting content, because every time we have somebody on for Porcelain Parlor and I talk to them before the stream starts, it's just immediately I'm wasting all the content that I can think of by talking to them. I think next time I should just have you on silently and just like stare at you and say join the call.
I always try to be a little low energy in the preparation call, just so I don't start blurting out all the potential topics
of world domination.
Do you ever just, if you do end up wasting a topic before the conversation, do you ever just repeat it and pretend you didn't remember? yeah, me too.
I'll repeat it, and then immediately afterwards I'll feel bad and be like, okay, we already did this bit. I was telling them earlier in the call, quote unquote, like that. That's what I'll say.
I think that's the professional thing to do.
Listen, I don't want to fucking lie about it. I want to at least, like, I need to acknowledge it, or else it'll just feel weird. I have to acknowledge that I brought this up beforehand, or else I'll feel strange.
I suppose so.
But how have you been, Mary? I mean, I've been watching you for a long time. I mean, we haven't been talking directly, but I've been looking at all the different things that you've been doing, all the new models that you've had. You did not have the ugly bastard model the last time I talked to you, and now there's a lot more.
Oh yes, I've switched models quite a few times, but I've landed on this one, and I feel very comfortable in this form.
Yeah, I was wondering, were you switching models a lot because you're trying to find the perfect like settle point for yourself, or are you just kind of like wanting to see what different artists would draw you as? Because I do the same thing sometimes.
I started out, my first original model, I feel like that one was very me. It was the one you've seen where I had the maid dress as well.
Yep.
That was the model. That one was very me. And then all the models I got since then were extreme versions of me. It's like either was like a big, handsome, muscular man,
or was a bastard an extreme version of you?
It was an extreme version of me.
Did you want that?
I don't know. I just thought it was beautiful. I have an appreciation. I have a deep appreciation for the big chunky lads.
Oh my god.
Yes. And then like a little femboy version of me. Like I've had very extreme versions of me, Duel, but none of them were like me with range. All of them were one direction. Never all of them, you know? With this version I can be my full range, no problem. I feel more me, you know?
There are 4 different types of dog inside of you. All of them are Mary.
Yes, indeed. A metrosexual man, a fat man, or a tiny little femboy. Those are, or a dog. Those are the 4 different versions.
The 4 different dogs inside of somebody are ugly bastard, femboy, twink, and then scrumptious zaddy were the words that I've seen used before.
Yes, indeed.
And then normal Mary. So there might be a 5th dog in there somewhere.
I
don't know if somebody's going to be able
There's
to hold
also
that many.
South Park Mary. The South Park Mary.
We're not talking about. We're not going to talk about that one. We're not bringing that up.
You don't like my American style VTuber model?
We're not bringing that up. I'm not talking about that one.
Earlier today, I was at a panel in Texas. I didn't actually know which state it was in, at IkiCon. And the moment where they told me it was in Texas, I brought up the South Park model, and they really enjoyed that one.
I'm sure Texas would enjoy a South Park model. Looking at you, Texans. You're fucking...
I do
your one-dimensional comedy.
I do a great... I should get like a King of the Hill one if it's supposed to be totally Texan, though.
Here's the thing. I never watched Adult Swim, like, cartoons ever in my life. All because I watched one Family Guy episode when I was a kid, and I was like, that's just mean. And then I stopped watching it. Either that or I was like, I don't get it, because they were doing the cutaway gags. And because of that, I never watched any of the other Adult Swim cartoons. I would watch George Lopez at night or anime, and that was it. That's all I got.
I watched a little bit of The Simpsons, but other than that, I didn't watch a lot of American comedy, like adult cartoons much.
I probably missed out on The Simpsons, because I remember watching the movie as a kid, and I thought that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll just bite a bullet and I'll get down into the American nitty-gritty comedy factor, and I'll just go and watch all the fucking shitty American Adult Swim shows from when I was a kid. We'll just go back to season 1 of everything. I will learn what American comedy is to the deep south. I will give them what they want. They want me to talk like some guy that doesn't know how to speak from King of the Hill. I'll do it.
Someday I want to watch King of the Hill. I've never watched more than like.
Are you gonna watch it in dub or sub?
I've heard there's a Japanese dub. I've heard
there is a Japanese dub. I've heard that a lot, and it's very fucking funny.
Why? Why is that Japanese dub of King of the Hill? That's crazy.
They have a fan base of weebs for American TV shows that argue about the same shit we do. Yeah, it's a thing. I thought you would know about this.
No, I do. I just didn't expect King of the Hill.
Well, I mean, what other American Adult Swim cartoon would they talk about?
I don't know. Simpsons, I guess. South Park, maybe. Steven Universe. I could see Steven Universe. I could see Steven Universe having a Japanese fan base. I don't know about King of the Hill, though. It's not exactly a very Japanese aesthetic, is it?
Well, I mean, like, there's otakus for everything in there, right? Well, before we go on further with this, you think about that. Get in front of me. I'm going to do my little raid intro to the raiders that came in.
Sure.
I'm going to just pretend to be me while I do my raid intro.
All right.
Are you ready to follow along? Welcome to the stream, Raiders. My name is PorcelainMaid. I used to be a sexy sack of man meat before I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of a sexier female doll. He and pronouns, but if you're still confused about pronouns of the 21st century, you can think of me as a bisexual's wet dream. Sexy male voice trapped inside of a sexier female doll. I give you a courtesy out of courtesy because I'm elegant as fuck like that. And Raiders, did you know if you follow the stream, you can gain 3 extra inches to your dick size? That's right, your dick will go from here to here. Thank you for coming by and welcome on in. Vora, I hope you had a good stream, and same to you, Abyss. I am on Porcelain Parlor with my friend Mary. Oh my god, he got the bobblehead on.
Yes. Did I do a good job?
You did do a good job. Everyone, round of applause. That's our good boy. That's our good boy. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't know you had invisibility cloaks on.
Oh yeah, nah. Okay, so do you want your immersion ruined?
Yeah, that's fine. What?
Okay, so so I can do like this, and I can put on different outfits, you know. But see, the thing is, this is the entire
body, right? Is that what it is?
This is a trick because I have to hide my body, and then I can put them on.
Is there no transition? Why do you have to hide your body to do that?
I have to hide my body because it's PNG assets.
Oh, wait.
Do you see the trick?
Okay, so it's all of your clothes are PNGs instead of rigged, or just some?
I mean some of them, because I mean, well, this is a RuneScape armor set, a sword from Skyrim.
No way, bro! Come on, that's clearly handmade. That's not ripped out of Skyrim or anything like that, or RuneScape.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, and this is just a PNG asset. Yeah, I mean, what if I just want to have like a quick thing for like one stream? I don't want to get it like I don't want to pay fucking $5 grand to get it rigged. I'll just get a PNG, man.
I paid $750 for my hair just to get new hair.
Oh yeah, I imagine that's maybe not too expensive.
The things I do for chat.
5G is maybe.
It's a debut. I can't even clickbait them by saying it's a debut. It's just a hairstyle change. Whatever, I still look good.
Hair debut.
Well,
Hair debut.
going back to anime, you lived in Japan for a short amount of time, right? Or like not even short, it was like a couple of years, right?
I still live there.
You still live there. How?
I'm just in Denmark for winter. I still live in Japan.
You know, that explains why your sleep schedule always feels so strange to me. Sometimes you'll talk to me or you'll come and say hi at like 7 a.m. your time, and then other times you'll be like, no, Joel, it's not 7 a.m. You're a confusing dog. You have a very busy schedule, and it confuses me immensely.
I do.
Well,
it's difficult.
You
gotta consider I'm a full-time writer and a full-time VTuber too. I stream every day.
Why don't you just write in your sleep?
Oh, I wish I could.
If there was a way to write down your dreams, that'd be pretty fun. I would like that. That being said, a lot of my dreams involve me getting mauled by a bear, so maybe I wouldn't actually use that very much.
I feel like I'd be uncomfortable. Like my dreams are too surreal and don't actually make a lot of sense. So it would be it would be uncomfortable to watch, for me particularly.
But what if there's like one good thing in your dream that's like, that's inspiring, I need that?
I've woken up in the middle of the night and thought to myself, like, that's such a good idea. Gotta write it down. I write it down, go back to sleep, wake up in the morning. Some time passes. I read the idea. That's a fucking stupid idea. That would never work. You know?
You know, I feel like I have the same thing where, you know how tweets work? I use drafts for all my tweets. I never tweet something just out of nowhere right away. I'll think of something stupid, I'll write it in my drafts, and then whenever I need to tweet something, I'll just look in my drafts out of like thousands of drafts and just post one thing that's random.
I think that's the way that it's the most optimal way of doing it, right?
It is.
Me, I'll tweet stupid stuff and then I'll regret it later.
Can I read you some of my terrible Twitter drafts that I've never used that are back from like years ago?
Tell me.
Here, a lot of these are really incredibly, pathetically stupid. Oh, you're into cosplay? I'm more into foreplay myself. Or the other way around. You're into foreplay? I'm more into cosplay. What is another one? These, again, I just would like to say, I've never used any of these because they're incredibly stupid. And they're like not funny, but I have thousands of them all here for no reason. Nobody understands my need for whimsy. Just incredibly stupid. Here's one. Clack, 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 clack. Get polished, get polished, get polished, get polished, get polished.
That's one that only you would get.
I don't know. Other people might understand it.
Yeah, but only people who know you're a doll.
Maiden Press. I love that channel. I love it when they squish the Skittles and it just goes everywhere.
What? I don't get that. Is that one of those American jokes? Man. You want to hear one of mine?
Yeah, give me one of yours. Give me one of yours before I embarrass myself more.
So it's me with my big masculine body of mine. I have a model like that. And then it says, yes, I'm a big sexy daddy man. Look at my fat fucking tits and listen to my sultry, deep masculine voice and purchase my merchandise, you filthy slut. That's right, bitch. Daddy wants you to buy his merch. Do it now or daddy is going to get very mad at you.
I feel kind of intimidated.
You don't like my male VTuber tweet?
I think I was fine until I heard the word daddy, and then I kind of I checked out a little bit. Like, I felt my insides scrunch into each other a little bit. I don't know.
You don't have a Discord daddy of your own, Joe?
No. Honestly, when you say, every time you say the word daddy, I can feel my insides just growing worse and worse. Like, if somebody were to disembowel me right now, they could use my fucking intestines as a scrunchie. Just based on you saying daddy multiple times. Like, I feel disgusted.
Daddy.
Stop.
Daddy.
Stop.
Daddy.
You know what? You're lucky I'm a doll and I don't actually have a small intestine. Jesus Christ.
What about mommy? Does that give you the same reaction?
No. It's just, you know what it is? I don't like hearing the word. I don't know if this is a double standard on my part. I don't like hearing good girl. I think that's gross, and I don't like hearing daddy. But when I hear somebody say good boy or mommy, it feels normal. Like, it doesn't feel as gross to me. That's a double standard, right? That's like some kind of like it feels like a double
No,
standard.
I think I get it. You know that whole Discord meme with the the my little Discord kitten. You know that whole thing. I think that's what's ruined those words. Like all the mimification of those words.
I don't hear people memifying like good boy or mommy as much as the other
exactly.
ones. And those are used in like cropped hentai memes rather than like anything that's like discouraging or like calling somebody a freak for it.
I feel like it's because it's not as widely used, maybe. I feel like a lot of there's a lot of male VTubers that invoke the word daddy, so it becomes like a forced thing. Maybe that's why.
I think it might be a male thing, because like a lot of men will use those terms compared to like the other way around or something like that, right? Because like I feel like how does this work?
Not a lot of females would use the term mommy.
Yeah,
I feel.
Unless they're like unless they see like this big strong woman that they really like.
Yeah.
Well, let's not say that.
Exactly.
We're gonna discourage the lesbians. They fucking use that word all the time. The lovely
true.
gay fans all will use the word mommy all the fucking time. The sapphics love their moms.
I love my mom too.
And then they look at Arlecchino from Genshin Impact and they're immediately like, father? Dad, is that you? Ugh.
I haven't
gotcha
seen
games.
him yet.
Arlecchino. Here's the thing. You know what? I have a picture set up. I can show this. Hold on. I have this somewhere. Arlecchino Genshin Impact. Give me a chance. Where did I put her? This is a beautiful woman. Arlecchino Genshin Impact by Kurenai's 1. Absolutely gorgeous woman. No, it's not me. What? Mary.
Oh, there was a picture of you earlier.
Yeah, it was just what I had open at the start.
Ah, right.
Arlecchino Genshin Impact, give me a chance, please. Here's official art of her. Oh my god! I'm not a gacha player, exclusively Honkai Star Rail, but if I were, I would play Genshin for this character only. I'm just saying.
Looks like a good character.
Yeah. Well, I actually wanted to bring this up too. Do you ever play gacha games, Mary? I don't feel like you're the type of person to get deep into them.
I've used a corporate credit card on gacha games.
What? What games?
Genshin, mainly.
And you didn't know who Arlecchino was?
No, I've not played it for a while.
I would actually consider that a dub for you. I'm not gonna lie.
I went to Sumeru, and then I was like, another region.
Hey, you're
I
farther
played a
than me.
bit, but then, okay, well.
Here's the thing with Genshin, right? I played it when it first came out for 3 months, spent $300 on it, got most of the characters, and then I dipped out. And then all of whatever happened, and then there's everything. But I hear they've improved a lot with their storytelling, so I might get back into it once I'm done with Honkai, which is never gonna be happening because you can't get done with a video game.
I read all of the Genshin Impact lore wiki, and then I started streaming it again.
Do you do that? Do you go on wikis a lot?
Yes, I've read a lot.
I did that for Attack on Titan. I thought Attack on Titan
Speaking
was
to the man who's
boring.
I've read the entirety of the Doctor Who fan wiki, and I know all the lore of Doctor Who.
Oh yeah?
All of it.
Who's the doctor with the biggest chin?
I think that might be Tom Baker.
Chad-like chin.
The most Chad-like chin.
Chad chin. Go ahead. What do you got?
I mean, that's like that's an actor thing. That's not a lore thing.
Matt Smith.
The
12th Doctor.
Is it?
Absolute Giga Chad. Look at him. He has the chin for it.
He does have the chin.
Well,
he ends up always playing villains lately. Have you noticed that?
I have. I saw I saw him in Morbius, and I was like,
he's like the most. You watched Morbius?
I did. I didn't know it was bad. I went to the movies to watch it, and before I knew it was bad.
Oh wow! Early adopter.
Nobody was in there. It was me and my one friend, and that was it. That we were the only ones in the movie. Like, it was so empty. I bought nachos to eat while watching the movies, and I would never do that in a crowded theater.
So with Morbius, I
We're
watched
really
it in
fucking going
GIF.
years back into our fucking memeage, huh?
I watched it in GIF form.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You ever seen it in GIF form?
Yes, I have seen Morbius, all of the movie in one GIF on Discord. Yes. One really incredibly compressed GIF going at fucking 3 times the speed.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Well,
although the scene where Matt Smith is dancing to like the that fucking music, I've seen that scene like 19 times. Must have.
reminds me of the torture dance from Giorgio. I have used Wiki like once, and the only time I used it was to disrespect Attack on Titan because I thought it was boring, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna watch 18 seasons for this. So I went on the Wiki to read what happens, read what happens, and then was like, what the fuck am I doing watching this? And then I stopped.
What was the moment you decided you didn't want to read or watch Attack on Titan anymore?
The wiki wasn't fucking finished. When I read through it and halfway through the wiki, it was still not done. I was like, okay, I'm not interested now. I'm not gonna get interested by the hook of whatever twist is gonna happen later.
I stopped watching the moment one of them transformed into a Titan. I just said, nah, fuck it.
Isn't that like fucking 3 episodes into the show?
Yep.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was like, fuck it. Nah, this was cool up until this point.
Than I am, damn.
Yeah, no, I'm very picky. Now, the moment where they start going like, oh, cool, transformation. Nah, fuck you. No more. No, I liked it when they were humans. Now I don't like it anymore.
I mean, it
humans
more
against the unstoppable force of Titans. That is amazing. Fucking humans transforming into Titans. Fuck off. No,
that does seem more interesting because it shows more of a it would have been kind of like. This is a weird comparison to make, but I might have likened it more to like the Star Wars political part of the prequels, because it would have been more political and more like, what can we do to get an edge over, rather than, hey, we're Titans now. I think that would have been more interesting.
You ever into 40K?
I want to get into 40K because so many of the friends around me like 40K, and like I like Halo, so I feel like I would like 40K if I like Halo.
So 40K has
I need hot women though, Mary. I'm sorry. There needs to be hot women.
I mean, there's the
Warhammer.
sororitas. There's the sororitas. They're hot women.
They only look hot in fan art from what I've seen. I've not seen anything official where they're really attractive.
I don't know. Yeah, you gotta look at the fan art. I mean, none of them are very attractive otherwise. But so the whole thing about 40K, and a big reason why a lot of people like it, is the aspect of humanity. Fuck yeah! You ever heard that name?
Fuck yeah.
HFY. It's a genre of stories where, because for so long, the whole topic of like aliens and horror movies and all those kind of like international, we always portrayed as the weak little species that can't do fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
That's always what humanity is. However, within 40K, we get a small glimpse of humanity at its most extreme.
Like Space Marines, right?
And yeah, no, all of humanity with their hive worlds and their factory planets and like their emperor and their religion, and like humanity displayed at its most extreme. It's a terrifying fucking entity that is in many ways more terrifying than many of the alien creatures, and that is what humanity fuck yeah is as like a genre. It's genres of stories that portray humanity at its most terrifying extreme, and I like that. I like when stories go that direction.
I also get into those kinds of things. I mean, I like. This is gonna be weird to say. I like the fucking the indomitable human spirit, so to say. I'm a big fan of those kinds of stories.
And that's what I hoped that Attack on Titan would be. It would just be humanity, the might of humanity. Like human survival, human struggle, and them using their ingenuity to fight against these unstoppable monstrosities. That's what I wanted to see. But no, the Japanese mangaka, they always have to go, they have superpowers. No! I want to see normal fucking guys down there fighting these monsters.
I got a pet peeve with fucking Japanese manga. 2 things. Yeah. 1, not everyone has to be in high school. Just make characters adults. 2. Why does every isekai have slavery? Every fucking isekai, randomly the main character will like, in the middle of the isekai, the main character will be like, hey, let's buy a slave. What the fuck? You are from the normal day and age. What do you mean? What do you mean? You are overpowered because it's a Japanese isekai, and suddenly you're like, oh yeah, I'm okay with slavery. What? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I don't like it. I don't like a lot of it. So I was watching this one that came out recently, and it's like, it's this tank anime. It's the main character's a tank, but it's like one of those checklist anime. You know what a checklist anime is?
When they just do it because they can.
Yeah, you know what so checklist anime is where it's like they just take everything that was popular from some recent like anime from the past 5 years, and they just like they just combine all of them into one new thing. So it's like, okay, he's a tank. Okay, he was kicked out of his party. Okay, he has some like special skills. Okay, he gets like an underage girl to travel with. Okay, fucking cool then. Yeah, and then give it a shitty fucking give it a fucking terrible animation budget, and there you go. That's
they got the checklist they wanted.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, I hate it so much.
I used to read a lot. It's not Shield Hero. Well, I mean, that is the checklist for Shield Hero. The point is,
no, it's not Shield Hero.
Every isekai, like almost every isekai that I've seen has that, and that's why I kind of like. I mean, every like country that has webtoons and stuff like that, they all have their own little things that you start to pick up after reading a lot. Like I moved on from Japanese manga and I started reading webtoons and manhwa a lot more. I started reading some cultivation. I have a lot of problems with cultivation manga. Don't fucking start with me on that one. But I really enjoy them all. And you kind of bounce around them so you can keep enjoying it. If you read one specific like country's literature like that a little too much, you start to pick up way too much.
That's the whole thing with pop fiction, is it's made to entertain, so they get really shameless with it. That's good and bad.
Me on my
it can be good and bad.
Villainous manhwa.
All the villainous manhwas.
Stop going into the romance. None of you guys are doing romance right. All of it's trash. Like. As soon as the villainess gets into a romance, they just like start becoming like, my man will do everything for me. No, you were so much cooler before the romance started. You like knew sword skills and you were like a bad bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna come up with a villainous manga now. Okay,
give me one.
So
I will debate whether or not it's good. Try to impress me.
This girl, she's in modern day, but then she dies and she gets reincarnated into a world.
Okay.
Then she's reincarnated into a noble family, but then the noble family they're in a dark place, so she has to marry the dark emperor, who is like very, very evil, but he's sweet to her, but it's also kind of abusive, and that's like it's kind of weird, and
she doesn't grow as a person ever or have any strength to her. It's just all the other guy. And if she did, they would immediately be gone as soon as she gets into a romance.
Yep.
I hate this. Okay, here's another thing, though, guys. I know that there's other things that are outside the standard, but a lot of the things that are outside the standards are, hey, what if the main character was just a ruthless asshole? Like, they had nothing good about them. Oh, people are dying? Okay, whatever. I don't like that either. I want my main character that I like. A really good one, for example, is SSS Class Suicide Hunter from the manhwa, the Korean webtoon. Fucking perfect main character because he's like a real human being, at least to me. Don't get me started. Yeah, what's up?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, ever read Questism?
I have not, no.
So many people sleep on Questism. Can I explain to you what Questism is and why you would like it, Joe?
Let's get into the fucking writing discussion with the writer. Go ahead. Give it to me.
All right. Questism is the most generic manhwa ever made. However, it's good. That's the thing.
Is it like how Solo Leveling did the generic part of it, but made it like better?
Yes. So it takes all of the most generic, most popular tropes that you can find in modern manhwa, and then it makes them good. It makes them good. And here's another thing. It is just so well crafted. It is a story that is written with the purpose of it being fun to read. Every 4 panels has a cliffhanger, Joel. It keeps you going.
What the fuck?
It's super satisfying. It's like it's got everything that you want in a Korean manga. It's got hateable, smug, fucking bullies. It's got fucking leveling system. It's got quests where he has to complete quests to gain new attributes. It's got those like smug Korean waifus. It's got everything you could ever possibly want.
Though, like, the things that I like are when people are written well, and a lot of these times it's like one-dimensional bullies that don't have a reason, or they don't, and like the main character, if somebody talks shit to him or even looks at him weird, they just kill them, and it's like, I don't like that. You're not a likable person. I was reading fuck, what was it? Something. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna get into this now. You got me into this, you got me going. I kind of started myself going, but you initiated with me. Let me bring this fucking manhwa up. There was something called nanomachines. I read a manhwa called Nanomachines, and I was like, whatever, this is kind of junky. I'm reading through it, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to a chapter where I realized, oh, the main character is a piece of shit. And in the chapter, he has to save somebody. Like, this is the typical, the main character's overpowered as fuck, and it's random and it's stupid. Like, I cultivated, I'm the true heavenly grandmaster. I'm the reincarnation of the heavenly demon. Reading it, the main character has to save somebody. Like, he's lying to people, he's manipulating people. He's like, I'm not gonna do any good in the world because I don't give a shit. So he's sent to retrieve someone's granddaughter, but then he kills the granddaughter and is like, well, I don't need you to be alive. Since you're talking back to me, I guess I'll just kill you. And he just chops her head off. And I'm like, it was at that moment that I was like, there are people that enjoy this. When I want a main character, I feel like a lot of writers think, well, the main characters are too nice. It's not that they're too nice, it's that a lot of them are too naive. You can make somebody that is a normal human being that is nice and has humanity without being like a piece of shit that's gonna go around and be an asshole to everyone that makes them 100% like they're edgy and cool now. Like, I hate it. I don't like that. That's why I like main characters that are human, that like that have empathy. Even if they're not, you know, like naive or a pushover, they're human and have empathy. That's what I like. I would prefer that over a fucking psychomaniac. That shit makes me mad. Anyways, go read SSS Class Suicide Hunter. Best webtoon I've ever read. Kim Dokja has nothing, even though Omniscient Reader's perspective is still good. SSS Class Suicide Hunter. Sorry, go ahead.
I like how passionate you are about webtoons.
I read a lot. This is the only hobby I have outside of streaming. When I'm not streaming, I think about either setting up new streams, working on my new model debuts, streaming stuff, or I'm reading webtoons and working out, and that's it. That's all I do.
Have you ever read any of mine?
Yeah. You know what I've been reading recently? I was reading the goth one that you've been putting out. So what happens is, what I do, because I don't use the, like, when I read stuff, it's on random websites. I walk around, and then sometimes if I really like something, I go to the main website and I donate, and I'm like actually reading it fully. But I don't really use webtoon that much. I just call everything I read a webtoon because it's easier than having to pronounce each specific name, like manhwa,
Hey, chat.
manga.
I think Joel is reading my comic on a piracy site.
No, I'm reading yours on Twitter. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's good.
When you post stuff on Twitter, I'll be like, oh, is this full yet? Because I like to binge read. So I'll look at it, and if it's done, I just binge read it all at once. Because Mary, I told you about this before. I was reading a lot of your shit a long time ago. Like, you came to my stream back when I was an art streamer, like, what, 6 years ago?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
No, fuck me. Yeah.
I was drawing, I believe, it's like, it's a webtoon that you picked up, but it wasn't the one that you started, right? And
Crawling City.
Yeah. And I was doing fan art for one of the characters, and then I was like, when you came into the chat, I was like, yo, that's the guy, yo. I was like freaking out. It was really funny. It's so weird that I've known you for so long and I'm having you on my stream. It's not in a parasocial kind of way, but it's strange. It's cool.
It's fun to be here.
Yeah. But
You've been doing very well for yourself.
Oh, well, thank you, Mary. So have you. I've been reading, I've been noticing that I've been getting more and more into your comics. whenever I see them, because they always have really fun premises. And I like that you don't do like a lot of super long running ones, right? I like the ones that are like you are making a concise story and you're not going to drag it out for too long. I like that. I've been reading a lot of them. I read the Goth and the Jock one. Doesn't necessarily need an ending, but I really like reading it whenever you post a new one about it, because I think it's really cute.
Thank you.
I loved the TikTok that you posted recently too, where you were showing off the little discrepancy with the alien,
right.
and the the light years explanation of seeing things in light years, and everything that you're looking at is already dead.
Can I explain this?
Yeah, go ahead. I love it.
Okay, so me and 82, we did like a couple of alien themed ones, and there was one of the alien themed ones that had a girl who was in love with a human that she saw through her telescope, but it was 10,000 light years away, and no, it was 1,000, something like that, 1,000 light years away. But she of course knew that the distance meant that it was 1,000 years, but she thought humans lived longer than that, so she arrived on Earth to see not only were the humans not like her human not alive, the planet was completely decimated, and then she cries at the end when she realizes. However, 82, who is the artist, he must not have liked this ending, because when we then started doing Goth Girl and the Jock, he started doing a whole story that just like One Piece style takes place only in the background, where this girl travels back in time to present day and then goes around looking for this human, gets help from other aliens, and like it's a whole like arc that she has in the background, and in the end she finds him and they have a wholesome ending, and it's like, damn man.
I was so happy that. Did you notice it while it was going through, or did you only see after that it was already like complete?
I think I started noticing it halfway through.
I love that.
Because our pipeline is like, okay, so I send in the script, you know, we get the storyboard, other people approve the storyboard, other people typeset the comic, then I receive it and then I upload it. I look at the art, but I usually don't look at it in depth. That's not my job. I'm not an art director, right? So sometimes there are details that I won't notice until way later.
I adore that so much. I thought it was really cute when you posted that. I was like looking at it on TikTok and I was like, yeah, defy him, defy Mary. Unionize.
I'm glad you enjoy. 82 especially is one of those artists who are not afraid to change and add things and stuff, which I think is great.
I thought that was it's just the fact that they did it without you knowing too, which made it incredibly funny to me too. I love that. That was a good one. No bad endings allowed. We unionize against his bad endings. Which, though, I will say, I do like bad endings sometimes. I mean, that's one of the main reasons I like the world building of Dark Souls and Souls-like stuff, because the bad... And this is the basis behind my lore, too, because my lore is purely world building. I don't have any dialogue or anything that directly tells you anything, because that's what I prefer. That's what I like. Where everything is done... Everything is over with. There is nothing you can fix. You're just some random asshole that comes after all the amazing shit already happened. You're like there once the dust settles and everything is over with, and it's like telling your story, which I like that kind of stuff a lot.
Like a Dark Souls game.
Yeah, like a Dark Souls game. That's why my lore is, I'm not, the cool part of my lore is the doll, but I'm not the doll, I'm me. And that's why I really like that kind of aspect of things. And that's why I really also enjoy that you do a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but like you occasionally will help people with lore videos, and I fucking love that, because I think lore videos for VTubers are one of my favorite aspects of being a VTuber, and I think it's something that should be explored more with people.
Yes, so I did a lot of lore for Vshoujo, and I did a little bit for Nitisanji and some for Hololive, and that was... I find myself incredibly fortunate to have worked with such legendary VTubers and companies, but I would say lore also was it was lovely to work on people's lore, because it was like I got to write little anime, you know. I got to explore topics that I don't usually get to explore. I got to play with other people's, like, that's the beautiful thing about lore, because they've thought a lot about these kind of backstories. They just need someone to put it together in a way where it's like competently written, right?
It's the same with art, right? It's when somebody makes an OC and you only scratch the depth of the OC by looking at it, but there's so much more that people have in their head about their personality, because it's based. I mean, writing is art. It's the same as art. Lore videos are just a mixture of both the OC and the writing aspect of it, making it more artistic than before.
I think what kind of made me move a little bit away from it is my realization that we were putting a lot of resources and a lot of thought and energy.
It takes a lot of time to do it, because it's not just a comic, right? Like it's a whole video. You have to edit it as well.
But that's the thing. So we were doing all of this work, and I think at some point we had a meeting where we sort of realized we're doing this for IPs we don't own. Which is so I still help people with lore. If it's a friend who asks, I will help them. But we're kind of done taking commissions for it, because it's just a lot of work.
I mean,
and
you
we
have to grow
can do
your
that
own
for
stuff.
our own IPs. Yeah,
like
we got to do our own IPs.
You're gonna lack on if you don't look at the other stuff.
Exactly, but we still wanted to do VTuber lore, so we were like, okay, we make our own VTuber agency, so we can do our own lore and have it be our IP.
Now we can grow. This is a double whammy. We get both.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, my favorite aspect of myself is lore as well, and seeing stuff like that always makes me happy, because I love other people's lore videos as much as my own. That being said, I want more lore videos that are kind of like highlighting people's personality rather than backstory of their character. Cause like mine explains my so I don't have to role play that often. I can just say I'm made out of porcelain, and that's where the role play ends. I think more lore videos like that would stand to help people and like add more to the streaming experience or brand identity.
So one of my favorite parts of Vshoujo lore in particular is that we get to see the characters interacting and having fun and actually having active dialogue. Before that point, a lot of lore was storybook type lore, you know? Like we get a narration where the lore and the backstory is explained. With Vshoujo lore, which was, to my knowledge, the first time. Not 100% sure, but to my knowledge, it was the first time where we had lore, certainly the first time I saw, where we had lore where it was like essentially anime episode length stuff, where the characters interacting and having things happen to them and selling jokes and, you know, like having drama
episode.
And stuff. Yes. So that's what I think lore is at its peak at, is if you have characters characters interacting with each other, things happening, characters going through things in real time. That's my favorite kind of lore.
Well, I like those too. I think those are necessary for building out repertoire and like brand identity. I think those are fun for streamers, because it really helps people when they're watching your stream to like embody not a character, but embody their personalities a little bit more, because that's what I think VTubing should be. I think VTubing should just be an emboldened personality of yourself made into a character. And that's what I like.
The only problem is it's fucking expensive.
It is.
It's very expensive.
My first debut, before, when I was still using my 3D model, I don't remember if you remember that, but when I was debuting this model, it was my debut was 20K. So I spent $20,000 when I only had, I think, like 150 viewers average. So I did not have the money to be doing this, but this was the money that I saved up for years. And I was like, I'm going to spend all my money on this. If it fails, I will get a real job. If it works, then I will keep streaming. And thankfully it worked. Don't do that. It's not something I recommend, chat. It's highly not something I recommend. It was a stupid decision of mine. My mom was going to probably kill me if it didn't work out. But it did. And it just goes to show how expensive a debut can be. I mean, I was overhauling everything, so that's probably why. But now, a debut for me, like, let's say I take my Nun debut, where I had a small little lore video that wasn't much, but it was just a little something for people to look at. My model, even the bikini one, I'd say that was around, like, maybe 8K a debut, 5 to 8K a debut, and the main body of it is mainly the rigging, but sometimes debut videos can be a lot of money. Like, lore videos are crazy. They get up there depending on the length. It's a wild time.
It is a wild time. I love lore. I hope everyone can do more of it, but it is very expensive, so one has to save up. Like we did our lore, we did 5 lore videos for Astraline's debut. That was very, very, like even in-house that was very expensive. It was very expensive. And now we're like revving up and saving up to do another lore thing.
I am too. I'm working on my second canon lore video, like because I also think one thing about lore is that it shouldn't be one and done. So like my lore is gonna be ever growing. I think max like 6 videos throughout the years. This is gonna be my first ever second part of the lore video that explains more about the doll and less about me, because I'm not as important in the lore because I'm not the doll, but it still affects me. So I think that's another cool thing that I'm going to be doing that I'm really excited about. And it like adds on, like what's the word? You know in MMOs where they promise like ever-growing worlds and then it never works? But like this is an ever-growing world. It's just with streaming, because it's actually a possible thing that you can do. That's what I'm excited about. Man, a lot of writing stories. You want to hear more pet peeves about writing? Fucking the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. My main thing do you know what the Monster Girl Encyclopedia is?
I can imagine what it's a encyclopedia about monster girls.
Wrong!
What?
It's a sex thing. Do you see what I mean? That's my expression. That is exactly what I thought too. So they named it the Monster Girl Encyclopedia, and it's supposed to be an encyclopedia of different monster girls. You know what it is? Every monster girl is a succubus, and they live off of men's semen. That's the entire book. Why is it called the Monster Girl Encyclopedia? Take that name off of it. You're gonna call yourself the Cumpedia or something. You should not be called that. You know what the first thing that comes up when people look up Monster Girls is? The Monster Girl Encyclopedia. Why is it not something safe for work? I want to make my own Monster Girl Encyclopedia. Like, sorry, I'm talking so fast in anger that I'm choking on my own spit.
You're gonna go into a Google SEO battle.
I don't like it. I think it's fine if it exists in its own thing. The fact that its name is that and it's so popular that every Monster Girl mention brings that up, it pisses me off. Because I think Monster Girls are something that anyone can enjoy because it's a fun, creative challenge. A Monster Girl to an artist, it's not just it's not a sex thing. I mean, it could be. It's like a creative concept that you can do anything with. You mix and mash creatures into making character design. It's a character design thing. And now it's like emboldened to be this sex thing where Monster Girls are like not even like, if you say, oh yeah, any Monster Girl fans in the chat, it's immediately some kind of kink instead of, you know, a character design concept. I don't know, it makes me mad. That's my biggest pet peeve out of everything, out of the webtoons, out of whatever. It's that. I don't know. That's my pet peeve. I don't know if you have a fucking book pet peeve or something similar.
I have a lot of things I don't like. It's the whole, I get very picky.
Sorry.
Get very, very picky.
I thought you were going to end the
when you can
sentence,
write.
There's
Sorry?
a lot. I thought you were going to end the sentence at, I don't like a lot of things, and that was going to be it. You weren't going to explain anything.
Oh, no. I don't like a lot of things, and I think the reason why is because I'm a creator. If you get the opportunity to do things your own way and make things exactly how you like it, then a lot of things are going to start to not really be very appealing to you any longer. There's a lot of things I used to think was like okay of a read, and now I don't like it anymore. I can basically only read masterpieces now.
Man,
I can only read it if it's better made than my own.
A lot of people.
I think a lot of people who are in a profession have trouble engaging in that profession the same way. It's like game designers who don't like to play games because they understand how it works and they don't want to. They want to. That's why I don't really watch a lot of anime anymore. I watch Netflix shows now instead.
I mean, the reason I don't watch anime is because it's just time consuming. Like I don't watch a lot of things unless it's a YouTube video that I can have in the background while I work. I can't watch anime while I work.
That's another aspect, is that with anime you gotta, you know, you probably want to watch it sub, right, in its original language, and then you can't really focus on anything else. With Netflix you can play games and do other things and work and stuff while you're watching The Crown. I love that. Do you have any Netflix shows you like?
Oh my gosh, I don't really watch shows or anime ever. Especially like I never just go on any of these things and look at stuff. Like most of my days when I'm not streaming consist of me either playing a game that I don't need to stream, that I can just enjoy in my free time, like a roguelike, or I will watch a YouTube video or a speed run or like some weird analysis video that's 7 hours long about iCarly or some shit like that. But I never really watch shows anymore. Why, do you have good ones? I mean, the last show that I watched, I think, was one of those Disney Plus Star Wars shows, just to see where they were going with that shit.
I have a lot of shows I like. I'm watching Loki right now. I think Loki is one of the only good modern day Marvel things we have. You ever seen Loki?
I saw the first season.
The second season's getting pretty good too.
I should probably watch it. I mean, I need just stuff to fill my time in when I'm not working.
And then I like The Crown. I'm a huge fan of The Crown.
I haven't heard of that one.
No, that's not a show you want to watch.
Wait, why? What does that mean?
That's like a wine-on show. It's not for you.
What the fuck? You sound like the Rick and Morty enjoyers. It's not for you. You wouldn't understand it.
No, it's
what does
no,
that mean?
it's
What does that
like
mean?
my chat makes fun of me for watching it because it's like it's a show that like middle-aged women watch. You know,
like Golden Girls.
No, it's about the British royalty. Now you know the kind of people who watch it. Probably.
Mary. You know how many people already out there are like Merryweather is British? You're not gonna fucking you're not beating the allegations now. This is gonna keep happening. People are gonna keep calling you British.
England is right next to us, so it makes sense.
They're gonna think that you're British. It's gonna keep happening.
I'm not British. I'm not.
But you're not
promise.
helping yourself. You said you watched The Crown.
Hold on, let me turn on my American accent. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing great today. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. So I'm here with my friend, PorcelainMaid Joel. So cool to be here.
You have such a twang in your voice when you say at the end of the sentences.
Because it's the only way I can do it properly.
Wait.
I can't do the neutral one.
Am I neutral? Would you consider me neutral in accents?
Yeah, you're pretty basic American, I'd say.
Okay. It's not basic, it's standard. Let's not use those words like that, okay? Let's not use those terrible descriptions.
Standard.
There is no such thing as basic here. I'm the original.
Are you really?
I'm
There's a lot of fucking accents over there. Like, isn't there like 8 different New York accents?
So there's New York accents because New York really wants to be special. They all think that they're so different from each other. There's Boston, there's Texas, there's Southern accents that are kind of all similar. There's some people say there's like a Northern accent. There is the Cali accents, the Californian accents. There's the Midwestern accents. If you want to do Midwestern, all you have to do is be a Canadian. Just be an American role-playing as a Canadian, and that's what Midwestern accents are.
Can I say something mildly xenophobic?
Sure. I'm okay with xenophobia.
The moment I hear a Californian accent, right? The moment, if anyone speaks to me... Sorry, what did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead. Keep going. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. What were you saying? Where do you ignore whatever I said?
Unless his name is Ethelstan, the moment I hear a Cali accent, right? That is the moment I no longer trust them.
What do you mean? I love Californian accents.
No. I don't trust anyone from there. No, I don't trust fucking anyone in California.
Do you feel comfortable when Ethel talks to you?
Yes, only Ethelstan. Only Ethelstan, no one else.
He has the not basic. He has the most standard Cali accent.
That's because but he is an individual who I trust. I don't trust if it's a stranger, I will automatically not trust them. That has to be earned over time.
What the fuck?
No, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. It's like tech bro speak to me. I don't like it. The moment I hear a Californian accent, I immediately assume they're gonna pitch me an NFT. They're gonna pitch me an NFT. They're gonna invite me to their fucking what's it called? Fucking polyamorous relationship.
Wait. Hold on. Before you get rage on,
I'm not raging.
The males have the tech bro accent, and then there's the women have the Cali accent. Or there's like three different accents in California. I love Cali accents where they're like, hey, I fucking love that accent. I think it's so fucking nice. I genuinely think it's so silly, and I love it. It makes me feel like, look at you. Do you want some food? I want to pinch their cheeks like a grandma.
You know who I trust?
Who do you trust?
People in Alabama.
No.
I went to Alabama.
None.
Everyone there was super nice to me. Every single one of them. They were amazingly nice to me in Alabama.
Just wait until you get stuck inside of the washing machine.
What?
Nothing.
What do you mean by that?
Just don't go to Alabama.
That's ominous. That's ominous. What do you?
Don't go back to
Alabama.
What do you
mean by stuck in a washing machine? Is that a thing?
Go to Alabama.
I see.
Do you have any family in Alabama?
I do not.
Okay, then you're fine. You're fine. Nothing's gonna happen to you.
I'm too European. You know.
As long
you know
as you
what's
don't
funny
have
about
any family in Alabama, then Alabama, I'm sure, is a great place.
You know, you Americans are dangerous. You're basically. Can I explain why?
Are you gonna say that we're racist to each other?
No. I mean that too, but yeah, that's a whole other topic. That's a bit darker. But here's why you Americans are fucking dangerous people, right? Gotta watch out with Americans. This is why. Americans are the descendants of the most crazy bastards you can find from Europe, who all just say, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna get on a steamboat for 8 weeks.
Isn't that Australia?
No, that's also America. You guys are both in the same boat. Except with Australia, it was mainly just some British people. With America, it was from all walks of Europe. All walks of Europe who just decide, nah, I don't want to be here in this land that has been cultivated for human settlement. I want to go live in some fucking farm in this untamed wilderness where there's like... It's insane. It's insane. It's only insane people who went there.
That's our ancestors.
Would you do that?
None of us. Listen, no real
Joe,
American would do that. They just sit in their house and they complain about things online all
Joe,
day.
The Americans are the descendants of all the people who would willingly go through the isekai portal because they felt like it would be fun.
To be fair, what the fuck were you gonna do at home? They didn't have the internet back then. They didn't have fucking video games. What were you gonna do at home? All you had to do was go outside, Mary. There was no fucking entertainment to be had at home.
Live.
You're going to the fucking brothel. You're gonna drink beer. That's all you had to do. You worked to earn the right to work and then die. And there was nothing else to do at home. There's no hobbies back in fucking mid-centuries.
This is what I love. This is what I love, is that the only difference between the two of us, sort of like population-wise,
he's saying that I have a lobotomy and he doesn't. That's what he's trying to fucking insinuate.
The only difference is that my great-grandfather was not insane enough to get on a steamboat and risk life and death to go work on some fucking farm.
Your great-grandfather probably made enough money to survive and live happily. Everyone else is broke as shit. You sent the poor people to another fucking country. And now you're making fun of them for surviving and not dying in the wilderness.
Hey, I'll have you know, my great-grandfather was a mason. And not the cool kind, the kind that made the houses, not the other ones.
Gee, wait. I wonder what the descendantry of masonage is now. Oh, that's right, landowners! You disgusting landowner!
I assure you, I own no land. I own no land besides the land.
Well, clearly your ancestors did. You were making the goddamn houses people had to buy.
Man, you know, there's some weird fucking rumors about me, Joel, that like, you want to hear the weirdest one I heard?
Landlord? Is that one of the rumors?
No, I am not. There's some weird fucking rumors. So there's some people who don't think that I could have realistically made a comic studio, right? Because they're like, how can I make a comic studio? You can't earn money from Twitter. Because they don't realize
can make lore videos and he can make a comic studio.
Yeah, but some people say, so this is one I read, right? It was sent to me, and it was very intriguing. So it was like a long list of like, someone wrote my life story.
They sent it directly to you?
No. A friend of mine saw it, laughed at it, then showed me.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So So it was like a life story. And the thing I found the most hilarious is they said both my parents are rich lawyers who sent me to an Ivy League university. First of all, I didn't even go to high school. Second of all, my dad was a taxi driver. I don't think I'm like... Man, and he didn't even own the taxi he was driving. So I'm really not any sort of aristocrat.
Are you sure you're not a landlord?
I'm not a landlord.
Are you sure? You seem like the type to come at me for not paying rent. I feel like you'd yell at me for not giving you rent.
Oh. Joe, my mortgage. Why are you not paying? I'm behind on my mortgage, Joe.
Well, then fix the goddamn door and I'll pay you.
You're the breadwinner in my family, Joe.
I'm not even. What the fuck? He's gonna bring up. We're not going to Alabama. Oh my God, Miss Caho, thank you for the raid. Big love, welcome in, Raider. Okay, come on. Get in position, Mary. We have to do the raid intro again.
My dear sister. Oh yes.
Get in front of me. Get in front. Quick.
Okay.
Welcome to the stream, Raiders. My name is PorcelainMaid. I used to be a sexy sack of man meat before I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of a sexier female doll. He and pronouns, but if you're still confused about pronouns of the 21st century, you can think of me as a bisexual's wet dream. Sexy male voice trapped inside of a sexier female doll. I give you a curtsy out of courtesy because I'm elegant as fuck like that. And Raiders, did you know that if you follow the stream, you can gain 3 extra inches to your dick size? That's right, your dick will go from here to here. Enjoy the bigger dick size. Big love to you and thank you for coming by. Why am I hearing the wet smacking noises from you, Mary? Are you actually smacking your lips together while I'm doing this?
You can hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I was like moving my mouth so that it sounds like I'm talking.
It kind of sounded like you were eating.
No, I wasn't eating.
He's got
Fuck, that's embarrassing.
He's got dog mouth. He's got it.
I was doing like ASMR for you. Oh god.
No, it's okay. It's not that bad.
Did you enjoy it?
Maybe some people did.
Fuck me.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. I'm having a parlor night with my friend Mary. Everyone go check out Miss Shibuya Kaho. I'm a big fan of her Gamer Sub flavors. Go and use whatever code that you want in Gamer Subs and get Shibuya Kaho's flavor. The bloody orange is literally the best flavor they have. No other flavor even comes close. I've said this a million times. It's the #1 flavor. The only thing that comes close is maybe Blowhole Blast, but that's like second place to me.
Hey, chat, can you all just collectively ignore that I did ASMR there? It was not intentional. I was just going along
Listen,
with the
Mary,
bit.
It's fine. Listen, they can use that.
No,
right?
no,
Some people
no,
are into
it's
that.
not.
No, people are.
It's
Hey,
not
come
fucking
with me.
fine.
Come here.
Hey!
This way.
You guys all collectively
Hey,
forget about that
bad
right
dog,
now.
Bad dog, down. Hey, no. Do not get in front of the camera like that. Bad dog. We talked about this. You don't get in front of the camera. What if you knock it over? I have to buy a new one. I'm the one who has to pay for it. You don't have a job. I'm the worker. Anyways, what were you saying about about people that have the weirdest things about you? I have one where people think that I'm a woman. There's a conspiracy theory that people think I'm actually a woman pretending to be a man. There are people out there that think I'm a woman using a voice changer pretending to be a man.
That's a new one.
People are fucking some people have lobotomies pretty early in life, Mary, and I just don't think they ever recover from it.
Hey, you ever roleplayed in World of Warcraft?
I've never played World of Warcraft because I thought the art style was ugly.
That is true. It is pretty fucking ugly.
In RuneScape, I was the guy going around being like, "Hey, GF 15 gold pieces," because I was trying to afford rune plate.
That's not role play.
Okay, well, whatever, man. I role play. You know what I did do? I role played in what was the game? In I think Terra or Blade and Soul. I can't remember which one.
Oh, wait. Oh no, fuck off.
What?
Oh no.
What?
Oh no, not Terra roleplay. Oh no.
It wasn't
Joe,
ERP.
No.
I wasn't ERPing.
Nah, I don't believe you. Nah, that's no.
What I roleplayed was, and you're gonna find this funny.
You just said you roleplayed in Terra Online.
Yeah.
Now everyone knows what you've done.
No, here's what I was roleplaying
Every
as.
single person.
I
knows.
was roleplaying as a world-dominating character. I would go around and I was like, I'm gonna dominate the world. So, do you know who that sounds like, Mary? I wonder who that sounds like. That kind of reminds me of somebody that I've been talking to lately. I don't know. some kind of world, you know, dominating, world conquest-esque roleplay. I wonder who that reminds us of, chat. Chat, who do you know that is really into world domination roleplay?
You know, Joel, I should have just been a villain VTuber from the beginning. I look way cooler. You see my villain outfit?
I have. It looks nice. It's fun. It's fun.
I'm gonna load it, and everything's gonna freeze for a solid 10 seconds.
You're gonna fucking slap the soul out of my body? Oh, I'm not frozen anymore. Hell yeah. My soul hasn't been destroyed. I'm still able to move my body around like a marionette. You coming back? Mary!
Yeah, it takes a moment.
Mary!
It takes a moment!
Mary, where'd you go?
I'm
Mary,
here.
my content!
I'm right here.
Jesus Christ, don't say it like that. That sounded like one of
I'm
those
right here
fucking
for you,
baby
baby.
girl role plays.
I'm right here for you, kitten.
Stop. You gotta remember, my chat doesn't have object permanence. They're not gonna think that you're real.
Give it a moment. It'll come. It'll come.
Oh my gosh. Chat, I swear to God, I haven't been talking to myself all day. I swear I have a guess.
It's a big fucking model. It's
I
a big
have a
fucking
guess,
model.
chat. I'm not crazy. There are no voices in my head. Oh, there we go. We're back.
Hello.
You know, I never realized this. Back up a little bit. We're gonna do a height comparison
Okay.
with your evil model, with your fancy boy model. How do I match my head to yours? You think this is proper head matching?
Sure.
Maybe I'm a
You're
little.
pretty tall. You're pretty tall.
I'm 6'2" is or 6'1" is the doll, but I have platform Mary Jane's, and then the bonnet adds like 2 to 3 extra inches, so I'm about 6'5". Why? What are you
Amazing.
at? I want to like match our feet.
With or without ears?
You can do with ears if you want. Whatever you feel gives you more height, so you sound more evil.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Oh, sorry, I forgot. How many centimeters are you?
180 centimeters.
What the fuck is a centimeter?
You silly little American. Let me Google it for you. Centimeters in feet.
I think you're 6'2".
5'9".
Oh.
What does that mean? Oh yeah, I'm the king of the manlets. Is that it? Yeah.
Under 6 foot, Mary.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Under
King of the manlets.
6 foot? If you're 5'9", that means I have to be like this. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. I can give you uppies, bro.
Hell yeah. I like uppies.
All right, come back into the front of the screen.
All right.
You look lovely, though. Look at you. Okay,
Thank you.
Hey, excuse me. Hello, thank you.
I've got my crown too. Look.
It does. It looks very nice. I like the purple aesthetic. You know what? I've always said this. I love character designs that have the thing under the eye. I know a lot of people are like, it's very cliche. I think it's cool. I always love different markings on faces.
Cliches are cliches
nice.
for a reason.
I mean, if they're there for a reason because the people like them. It was
Indeed.
like that argument that was going around about VTuber models. It was a stupid fucking pathetic argument that people were like, oh, finally a VTuber model I can like. And they were like putting down anime VTubers while raising up others. It was ridiculous. The reason why you think you don't like anime VTubers is because you don't like it as a personal preference because it's subjective taste. The reason why there's so many is because people like that. That's why they're there. It was a silly little argument over Twitter. Of course, it's always on Twitter.
I hate it because it's like these people. The only reason why they think like I remember there was this one tweet. Why is every anime? Why are all VTubers anime girls with big boobs? It's because that's apparently the only thing. You know those TikTok algorithms and like the YouTube short. You know they're personalized. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a self flag, right, for what kind of content you want to watch. I mean that's not most VTubers even. Right? Like if you fucking scroll on Twitch for more than a fucking 5 seconds, right? You will immediately find 50 VTubers who aren't like that.
There's a lot of really interesting because VTubers are just mascots. Like they're nothing that have to be anime. There's nothing that says they have to be anything. It's just a media genre.
I mean, the most popular VTuber in the world is the most popular VTuber in the world is a French guy called XQC. He's not even animated.
Jesus Christ. I think here's the thing with it, right? Art either way is subjective, so if you don't like big titties, there's no reason for you to get angry about it, because it's anime characters are going to be popular because anime is popular. If people want to draw like that, that's the reason it's going to be popular. If you want to look for something else, like Pumpkin Potion, who's a lovely rubber hose animation, then you can find them. But you're not looking for it in the first place, so you complaining about it is a
no, you're just lazy. They're just lazy. They're like, what? Looking only at the most viral things that get retweeted on Twitter. Of course you like that. You can say that for fucking anything, right? Like, oh, only sees popular stuff. Why would you only see popular stuff? Because you don't fucking look, you moron.
Well, it also reminds me of the teachers from art school that I had that were sucking off Disney. Like they had Disney's cock balls deep inside of their mouth, being like, yeah, if you want to get a real job and be a good animator like Disney and not be someone of those shitty anime artists. I got into an argument with my teacher in college. I did finish college, kind of a waste of my time. I got into an argument with a teacher that worked on, I think, Brother Bear. He was one of the animators for Brother Bear from Disney. And I was just sitting there arguing with him because when I started talking about anime, or when I drew something in an anime art style, because if you guys didn't know, I used to do art, I was super annoyed because he thought anime didn't have expressions. He thought anime expressions were emojis. So he thought when an anime character would express an emotion, it would just be an emoji over their head, like anger or something like that. And I was like, are you living in like fucking Astro Boy era? Are you fucking stupid? And I got into a fight with him in front of the entire class. And then everyone in the class got mad. I did win because he had nothing to say back to me.
Everyone clapped.
No.
Everyone clapped. Hated me. Then the president walked in, started shaking Joel's hand.
Was mad at me because I was wasting their time. They all agreed with me, but they were like, Joel, shut the fuck up. We just want to get the class over with.
I like my version better. I think you should tell my version.
Sorry, I'm not a Redditor. I don't think I can tell that version.
Everyone clapped at Joel, and then he got a reward from the school. Teacher got fired, then the president showed up. President Barack Obama showed up and shook Joel's hand and said, "Thank you for saving anime, Joel."
Instead, everyone in the class, even if they agreed with me, were like, Joel, shut the fuck up. You're taking that took like 30 minutes of our class time. I just want to get this shit over with so I can get my grade.
Oh man.
I love getting. Okay. I mean, I like arguing sometimes when it's something I'm passionate about. But those teachers were fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, take the fucking ball sack out of your mouth. All right, Disney's already got enough. Like, it's just absolutely.
They've got
ridiculous.
enough balls.
Yeah,
they've got enough balls.
Absolutely ridiculous how into it they were. But I just found it really silly because I noticed this with a lot. And like, I think art school is kind of a scam in the first place. Like, unless you have an art teacher that actually gives a shit and is open to different art styles, it's ridiculous.
So my opinion on schools in general is that I think
education should be abolished, says Merryweather.
Yes, abolish all schools. Just send the kids into the jungle. The strongest will survive. The strongest will survive, and society will be better for it. There'll just be a bunch of psychopaths.
They yearn for the
traumatized psychopath children. Those are the only ones that survive. That's gonna be great. Yeah,
actually, that's
a good fucking idea.
People do that. Parents do that. They do this thing called what is it? The wilderness camps, where a parent will pay somebody to kidnap their kid. I'm not even joking. This is a real thing. They will pay somebody to kidnap their kid to go to like this wilderness camp in the middle of nowhere, and the kid has to stay there for a long time, and the idea is to toughen up their kid. But what it's like is, like, you're not allowed to talk to other kids. It's disgusting. Like, the kid doesn't know about it. They'll literally get kidnapped by a random human being in the middle of the night, put into a car, go somewhere they don't know, get stripped, change into some random hiker's clothes, hike up a mountain, and then they can't leave. They're stuck on that mountain in this like labor camp for years.
You know what?
And they don't see their parents for a long time.
for a while there was these these Korean schools that were specifically like this, where it was parents would send their children there if their children was quote unquote gaming addicts, you know. They would send them there to kind of be reformed, but these schools have become less and less in use now because several children died, like just the children
it's
be
disgusting.
starved
It's
and
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
Yeah, absolutely. It's terrible.
They yearn for the
It's like,
mines, not for the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways,
there was a
college
lot
is
of
stupid.
there was a whole period of like American reality. You remember The Farm? You remember Dr. Phil sending people to the farm?
Wait, what?
You don't remember that?
I didn't watch anything with Dr. Phil.
Okay, what he would do is he'd have like troublesome kids on and he would try to help the family, but then he would like, all right, that I can't do a Dr. Phil voice. That's it, you're going to the farm. What I can't do a Dr. Phil voice, but you know what I mean. He sends them to the farm, and then they'd film them going around having to do manual labor at a farm, and then at the end they film them saying, "I feel like I appreciate my family much more, and can I go home now, please?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
That's why that shit never
Oh,
worked.
the ranch. Send them to the ranch.
Oh God.
Yeah, the ranch. Yeah, send them to the ranch.
Ew.
But years later, a bunch of. Do you know Bad Baby? That rapper girl.
That shitty movie.
No,
that
it's not a
stole the
movie.
Oscar from Your Name.
No, it's not. No, it's Bad Baby. It's this rapper girl. She was popular a while ago.
Oh, the cash outside woman.
Yeah, exactly her. So she actually ended up suing the ranch, saying that they traumatized her and abused her.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She was sent there. Yeah, her and a bunch of other girls too. This whole thing, like that whole like era of tough parenting where they send kids to some school. Like, I don't know if this is the right topic for VTubers to be discussing.
It's
though,
okay.
but,
We don't have to. I just wanted to talk
Okay.
about how my college was a waste of my time.
Yeah, I feel like school in general is not for everyone. I went to
Because
film
it's not
school, but
specialized.
the vast majority of things I got out of like film school was just socializing, and getting to like work alongside other kids. Beyond that, I don't feel like I learned anything.
You know what I learned more about art? When I was streaming and drawing anime characters. I learned more art streaming than I did in my college, and that was ridiculous. Oh, I didn't tell Mary the story of I almost got kidnapped when I was in college.
Really?
There was
Tell me.
So when I was in college, it was like an open campus, so people can come in, even though it wasn't really. Oh God, help! Okay, there we go. You're back. I was. It was like an open campus because I went to a school called Full Sail University. It was a piece of shit for-profit college. There was no dorms. There was no cafeteria. And there was barely any places to live nearby, so you had to walk there all the time. And if you got food, you had to spend money at like a fucking Wendy's or like a McDonald's or some shit. And while I was there, one day class was over, I was walking home, and a guy in like full yellow, looked like a banana, walks up to me with a broken bike, and he's like, hey, I really need your help. My pregnant wife, our car just broke down, and I need $20. I really need $20 or something right now. We need to go to the hospital. She's literally mid-labor right now. If you give me $20 or come with me. Actually, come with me. If you could just come with me and help me fix the car, that would be great. And we're on like a college campus, so he shouldn't be here in the first place. And why would a college student have the ability to do these things? So I'm like, sorry, I don't have any money. I'm a college student. And then he looks at me, and he kind of like does like he clicks his tongue at me, right? And then that's when he brought up the whole like, well, if you could just come to the car with me and fix it. Do you know they have cars? Are you gonna come over here? And then I'm like, I don't know shit about cars, so I keep walking. And then somebody behind me, he immediately does the same exact spiel to the person behind me. And while I'm walking away, I'm calling the campus security, and I'm like, hey, I have no idea who this guy is, but I'm pretty sure he's like either trying to kidnap somebody or like scam people. So can you come over here? And then they were like, yeah, sure, we'll kick him off the campus. It was fucking insane. I mean, I saw a lot of shit in college. I saw a kid get hit by a car. I saw that. There's a lot of weird shit going on.
That's scary.
America. It was technically in Florida, so it made more sense. Everything happened in Florida. Well, I'm glad that you've been having good experiences when coming to America. You were really excited about what, going to a Walmart when you first came here? That was like one of your big things that you wanted to do, is to go to a Walmart.
Yeah, we went to a Walmart in Alabama. The convention paid for a whole shopping spree in Walmart. It was amazing. We watched them.
Why'd they pay for you to go to Walmart?
We watched this. I don't know. They were just really nice to us. We were VIP guests there. Me, Lumi, and
is that why you like Alabama?
Yeah, I love Alabama because everyone there was super nice to us.
They're trying to hide the Alabama allegations.
Mm-hmm. It's great, and it was Birmingham in Alabama, which isn't even a very populated city either. But yeah, Alabama was lovely, and we went to Walmart. We later we went to California, which was much more shit. But yeah, at the in Alabama we watched this. In Alabama, we watched a show. We got food, and then we watched this show called Divorce Court. What? Which was on the hotel TV. It's just a show where they film like drama in a divorce court, and it was pretty crazy.
Mary,
like we had the whole
reality TV.
No, but it's like if you're in America and you've got a bunch of burgers and you're gonna sit in a hotel room in Alabama, what are you gonna watch? You're gonna watch Divorce Court, right? God,
he's such a tourist. You can like tell with him. If I'm in America, I need to watch reality TV and eat a burger. That's what Americans like.
That's what Americans do every single day. We also got one of those big. We got one of those big like tubs of cheese puffs from the Walmart as well, and it was.
That's a fucking delicacy right there. You know what? That's truly American.
Yeah, I love how many people have asked us about it, because so many people found it so fun to hear about me and Lumi.
It's charming.
Just like being tourists in America. I think it's because you guys are used to going and being tourists elsewhere. You're not super used to hearing about the other.
Somebody get excited about anything American is so strange to us. It's such a strange notion.
We went to the Cheesecake Factory as well with Noble Lost and we tried that. But I noticed that a lot of it tastes like plastic, but it was pretty tasty regardless. It's weird. It's like a lot of food, and it's very like filling, but something's off about it.
Well, when you have so many things on your menu, I assume that they have to fucking do some kind of weird magic to make that shit like to have that many things all in one menu.
Something's off about American food
there, so it's got to be weird. Oh well, I mean we have different FDA standards. That's why our food will taste a lot different from your food.
I tried Texan barbecue.
I hate Texan barbecue.
You hate Texan barbecue? I loved it. It was lovely.
Too much fat. I had brisket when I was in Texas, and it was like when I took a bite out of the brisket, it was just like a mile of fat. Like all I was eating was fat.
We were eating at this barbecue place, and there was this who was with us. It was Lumi and a bunch of friends. Anyway, we were eating at this Texan barbecue place. We were eating outside in the yard. I got mac and cheese for the first time. Then this man like walked by.
Mac and cheese isn't. Wait, this is your first time having mac and cheese?
Yeah, at that point, yes.
It's such a simple thing, though. You could have had it anywhere.
They don't really serve mac and cheese in Denmark.
Yeah, but like you just get macaroni.
I don't like mixing macaroni and cheese is not really the most natural thing in the world to someone who's not an American. I don't know if you realize.
Do you want to know something about mac and cheese? That's one of the only things we can say that is. Can
I finish telling you what happened?
Go ahead. I'll say it afterwards.
Okay. There was this homeless man. He walked by like very briskly past the yard, and then he said like, "I need me a fat bitch. I need me a big fat bitch." That memory stuck in my head forever. It was beautiful. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm an American now. It's like it's shoveling the mac and cheese into my mouth. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, you go get your fat bitch,
God.
bro. Yeah.
Oh my God.
America, fuck yeah. That was the vibe.
You know,
Yes.
mac and cheese is one of the only things that can be considered an actual American dish because it was the first thing that was. It's one of the only dishes that was actually made in America.
What?
So
You guys didn't invent apple pie?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. So mac and cheese was made by a cook back in like when was it ago? It was made by a slave cook in a white person's household, and then the white person took credit for it, I believe. But now we know who actually made it. But they invented mac and cheese, and that's one of the only things that people could consider like an American dish, quote unquote
It's
American.
like one of the only things proven to be actually American in origin.
Everything else is kind of just like, I mean, it probably is American. I wouldn't be some peanut butter, maybe. I mean, no other countries really fucking have peanut butter that much.
That is true. Never
Even though
found
peanut butter is like
anywhere else.
Dude, everyone likes peanut butter. So it's kind of surprising to hear that a lot of other countries don't have it. Because it's not like something that's like egregious to somebody's palate. It's just peanut butter.
Can I give you one criticism about American fast food, like kind of snacks and stuff?
That's fine. I'm not super into fast food in the first place.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I found incredibly disappointing.
Yeah?
American chips are not unhealthy enough.
Oh, the fries?
No, chips. I'm not saying chips like a fucking British person, because I'm not British!
I know, but like,
I'm saying
listen,
chips!
I didn't know what you mean because I don't know why you want unhealthy chips. They're just potatoes. The only unhealthy part about it is the fucking oil
They're
that's in
not
it.
tasty enough. They're not tasty enough. They're not good enough.
We have brand names. What brand names are you eating?
Any of them. They're all shit.
I feel like you haven't had, because that's almost impossible to say because there's so many brand names of chips.
I mean,
there's like a million brands, so that's kind of impossible to generalize it.
What I'm trying to say is in Scandinavia, we have these chips called Kim's chips, right? They are the most unhealthy snack that you can possibly get, potentially on Earth. And they are the best tasting chips ever.
The best chips to me are Cape Cod chips. I adore those. The kettle cooked Cape Cod chips are really good. I like Crunchers. Those are good. Oh, Ruffles. Ruffles is my favorite chip. The sour cream and cheddar Ruffles are the #1 Father's chip of the year.
Ruffles?
Sour cream and cheddar Ruffles. You don't even know what that is. What did you eat? What chips did you have? What the fuck?
Doritos, Lay's,
Mary, shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
You know what I love? Root beer.
Root beer is good. A lot of people don't like root beer for some reason, but it's not bad. I mean, some people say it tastes too medicinal.
I love root beer. Everyone I know hates it. Everyone I know despises it.
Does that mean in the same line, would you like Dr. Pepper?
I love root beer. Yes, I love Dr. Pepper.
So you like that kind of like medicinal slight taste. I like that too. How do you feel about licorice? Like actual licorice, not American licorice.
I'm Scandinavian. I love licorice.
Yeah, finally! It only took to find one Scandinavian to agree with me on liking black licorice. Everyone else
should talk to Lumi. She loves licorice as well.
Yeah.
Most people in Scandinavia love licorice, like the actual black licorice, you know.
I like licorice a lot. What was the lacrids? There's like a licorice that's just like balls. They're like licorice balls covered in like caramel, salt, and maybe like maybe some other sweet.
Oh,
it's really good.
The specific brand in Denmark. I often get them. You know what they call them?
Yeah.
I've been giving them to my Italian friends, right? And sometimes I would go to Italy and celebrate New Year's with like Uni, Dia, Hiroshi, you know, that whole group, right? So I would go there, and you know what they called them? They were making fun of me. Because I brought them twice in a row, right? Those like black balls.
Yeah.
They called them Mary's balls. Now they always refer to Mary's balls.
Dude, Mary, your balls taste great. Like, they're fucking wonderful. I don't know why they're complaining about it. It's really good.
So the specific brand name is called Johan Bülow.
Let me get you a picture and see if you know these ones. So lacrids are, I don't know if they're similar to it.
By the way, you're saying lacrids. That's just our name for licorice, by the way.
Is it? Why is it? Wait, why the fuck they put it Bülow? Is that what it is? What were you saying before?
Yes.
Yeah,
Boulot.
that one. I love that's the brand name that
Yeah.
I like. Okay, to be fair, they say that means they're literally just saying licorice by Boulot. That's a fucking stupid name. That's a dumb name.
It's a good name. It's a great name
That's
because
like
it
saying
is. It is a.
by Mary. Like that's just silly. That's make a brand name. That's stupid.
No, it's good. It's good because it's saying that it's a Scandinavian thing. It's like, okay, it is the simple ingredient name, licorice.
Mary,
licorice.
you know it's a stupid
However,
name.
it is crafted and presented by this one food designer. It's great.
Food designer is the most ridiculous thing I've heard. Listen, they're good, but that's fucking ridiculous. Chat, this is what they look like. These are Mary's balls, and they taste delicious.
They're delicious.
They're
scrumptious.
lovely. They are scrumptious. They're literally
Please.
licorice balls covered
Please
in
eat my balls.
covered in caramel or chocolate. And they're a
Please
little
enjoy.
salty.
Gobble them up.
You're getting too into this. I'm gonna start biting into them if you keep this up. Then you're gonna have to do a whole different type of role play.
Oh God, goodness me. But yeah, these are good. My
Genuinely, they're really
favorites
good.
are. I would say my favorites are the salty licorice ones. Salty caramel. Salty caramel flavor.
Those are the ones, you know, Sif gave me them. They're genuinely lovely. I enjoy them
That's
so much.
how you fucking got them.
I got them from
they're
Sif,
only
yeah.
they're only in Scandinavia. I was like, how the fuck did this American guy get? Of course, Sif got him for you. Of course. That's how you got
I
all
like
of my
black licorice,
balls.
and Sif was just like,
Yeah.
here, let me send you some of Mary's balls. I got them.
Yeah,
I got them for you.
Yeah. Fucking, of course it was Sif. Yeah. Sif needs to stop giving out our trade secrets.
Is Sif the one giving everyone your balls? Sif just has your balls and they keep giving them out to everybody.
No, it's just
You're
don't give
being
Americans
pimped
any
out by
ideas
Sif.
because soon they're gonna steal it from us. It's gonna hurt our GDP.
No, Americans are too bitch made. They don't like black licorice enough to steal them.
No, they'll make it into red licorice.
Ah, God, I fucking
They'll
hate
make
red
those
licorice.
balls with red licorice. They'll make the
I
balls
hate
with red
They're
licorice.
so,
Yeah, I
so
don't like it.
gross. I
Ugh.
hate red
Ugh.
licorice. It's just
Ugh.
so, like, just stick to taffy. If you like red licorice, just eat taffy. Like, if you want to chew on something that badly, go for that. I will say, I do not like super salty licorice. Those are not for me. Outfield sent me the super salty ones, and I wasn't super into that. I liked the ball
you
ones
got
more.
you got the Swedish ones. That's where they go hardcore with that stuff.
They went
Ooh.
hardcore on that one. That was the difference, right? That one was a little too much for me. I had a little bit. I've been slowly trying to, because I don't like wasting food, so I've been slowly just downing one in between meals every day when I eat food. I'm like, I can't waste food. I just gotta down it.
You know what I miss about America?
What's
the
up?
most? It is definitely the root beer.
I love that you're so into root beer. You would love
fucking-
A&W. They have the
I
A&W
love
is the
them,
root beer,
yeah.
but they also
You know
have
my
stores.
favorite is?
Like they have food courts.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them. My favorite root beer is Mug, though.
The dog. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got a
Mug
dog on it.
Is that why you like it?
Yes.
Actually-
no, it's good and tasty. Yeah.
Is there a reason why you wanted to be a dog when you made your VTuber model? Actually, in fact, can we go into this? Because I don't think I've heard you talk about this before. Why did you want to become a VTuber in the first place?
Sure. So to just quickly answer the dog question, I was originally going to be a red fox.
Really? Is that why you have
Yeah,
a
I was
little
gonna be
red
a-
highlight in your hair?
No, that was completely on accident by the designer. The designer chose the red highlight, and I felt like this makes me unique. This gives me like a little flair that like everyone instantly recognizes as me. Always got the red streak. That's the thing. It's very, very me. It's like it's iconic. I feel I'm very lucky to have it. But because then no matter which model I go with, it's always recognizably me. As for why I chose dog, it's because I just like being a dog. I feel I'm dog-like, you know. I'm very social. I'm very social. I'm very excited to talk to people. I'm very
Excitable.
I'm very excited. I seek people's affection very, very much, and I like talking to as many people as I can, making friends with as many people as I can. So I'm very dog-like, and I've had dogs my whole life, and they've always been great. Don't have a dog right now, but why I became a VTuber. So here's the story. Originally, Kizuna I debuted long time ago. Saw her like it was like 2016 or something, I think, and she had like she had a little bit of crossover with PewDiePie. People on YouTube, watched her, and it became a whole meme. And then other VTubers came around, like Kaguya Luna and Zero, and
then me.
There was like, and then you.
2017, early 2017, before Hololive.
Early adopter. Wow,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Before we called
That's
it
cool.
VTubing.
That's epic. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I want to see some old ass Joel clips. No, you gotta show me. I need to see them. But yeah, so that became a thing. But like, I wanted to do VTubing. I'd even found an actor. The original idea was to use our studio to produce a VTuber, right? And it would be a female VTuber, because at that point I hadn't even, to my knowledge at least, at that point in 2016, no one had thought of male VTuber as like a thing. It was like an anime girl thing, So I didn't consider that you could be a man and do it. So I wanted to produce a VTuber.
Such a silly thing to think about.
I don't know. It was an anime girl thing. So
I think you weren't thinking of it in an art perspective. Because everyone has OCs.
I was thinking at that point, I want to produce an anime girl VTuber. Let's get out there. Let's build a whole thing. So, but the technology was inaccessible, and I couldn't find anyone to do a 3D model for my life. This is before the whole VTuber art economy became a thing, right?
It was back like with face rig and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh god. So we put it on pause. Years later, Project Melody debuts. And there's a whole resurgence of interest. Melody goes viral all over the place. They do articles on her. It becomes a whole thing. YouTubers do videos on Melody. It was amazing, like the whole drama that was going on, and like just the innovation of having like a real big Western I know there were probably some around, but Melody was the first one that I've seen to like really go viral as a Western VTuber, right?
I don't know. Here's the thing about me, Mary. When I was VTubing, I didn't know there were other VTubers because I thought it was like an art community thing. That's why I see everything with VTubing from an art perspective. That's why I didn't never really think about male, female. I was like OCs. Everyone's an OC. So I know
Uni was like a very early VTuber too.
Yeah,
she had a 3D model
the
very early
on. VDraw was the earliest one. That was all crazy. But yeah, I didn't know about VTubers until Zen raided me like 4 years ago. And then I was like, oh shit, other people are doing the shit that I'm doing?
There's a community?
Yeah.
That's great.
So I didn't know anything about Melody back then. But I'm just going to assume that you're correct.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm correct, because I was pretty into it back then. There were other VTubers who had. I'm pretty sure Iron Mouse was around before, and Zen was around as a VR chat.
VR chat, yep.
Kind of VTuber, and then called themselves a VTuber. But Melody was the first one to like really blow up the scene. And then after Melody, I noticed a lot of people becoming VTubers, and I was on that. I was messaging my cousin Lumi, and I told her, Lumi, you're a cosplayer. You've done theater, because cosplay shows are like theater shows in Europe, basically.
Yeah.
So you're a cosplayer. You're in fact a international competing cosplayer. I want to do this project. Do you want to join me? Because at that point she'd helped me out with other things too, and she was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So we got started making. We made the shittiest damn live 2D model in the world. But after she made it herself to an extent. Lumi's original model. Very few people have seen it. There's some clips on YouTube of it. But Lumi's very most original model was basically advanced PNG tubing with a little bit of like rigging to it. It was like a puppet almost. It was interesting.
Was that
and then we?
What are you trying to say?
And then
about
we got her. Puppets are lovely, Joel. You're lovely. You're a lovely man.
Better
yes, it was very DIY. So then we got her 3D model, and then I messaged a Japanese artist, and I was like, "Hey, can I commission some art for a VTuber?" And I wanted art of Lumi, just like an illustration of Lumi from this Japanese artist. And they were like, "Yeah, sure." They must have misunderstood me because they sent me their prices for live 2D models. And then I was like, yes, please, one of those. And then I became a VTuber.
Okay.
That was how I got my first model. They that's a cool model, by the way, Joel. Send me that picture later.
That was my first model.
Based.
That was the one I made, and then the 3D model that you all saw with that I was using for years was fan art.
I guess I just wanted to be a VTuber because it seemed fun. I've been a writer my whole professional career. I've been a writer, and the thing about being a writer is that it's not a personality-based form of content creation. You don't ever really get to see people care about you as a person. They just care about what you make. I wanted to experience being a personality for once.
Well, that's what I was saying with artists as well. I feel like every artist should get into VTubing. One, because it shows off their art. Two, it shows off them. And that, you know, it works as well. I can hear him yawning. He's sleepy. It's late at night for him.
Sorry, I'm okay.
You have a
I'm
normal
okay.
sleep schedule. That's what people need to know about you.
Can you hear fucking everything? Can you hear everything I do? Because you can hear my mouth noises.
I didn't hear it. I saw it. I saw your tracking. So don't worry about that. We didn't hear the yawn. We saw you yawn.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay, Mary. We're not listening to you. Your room's not bugged or anything like that. I didn't put 15 different secret microphones in your room for when you speak or anything like that.
Now I feel like you do.
Can you say that into the mic? Look at your pillow again and just like lean in real quick so we can hear you better.
Oh, you fucking bastard. Anyway. Yeah, I love VTubing. I got into it. It was very lovely. It was nice to meet friends. The thing about Webtoon is that no one has time for friends on Webtoon.
I'm sure. I mean, it's a lot of work to be able to produce that kind of stuff. I mean, you're writing and essentially a lot of the people on there write and draw for themselves too. So I imagine it's a fucking ton of work.
Oh, can you fucking believe?
Yo, I can believe it, buddy.
Imagine if I go on the Webtoon Discord. So we have a big Discord server where all the original creators on. Imagine if I go on there and I'm like, "Hey guys, who wants to play Lethal Company?" Mary, we're working. We're working. We are fucking busy.
Does it look like you can use
here.
that for content, Mary?
We're not playing Lethal Company with you, Mary. That's the vibe, right? Is that no one has fucking times for
It's pretty
gaming
rough.
on that. Yeah, but VTubing, that is the content. That's what I like about it.
That's why a lot of people should get into VTubing. It's just a good way to experience their personality. You can even do writing streams. Like I do. You do live writing streams occasionally. I do one for Monster Girl Encyclopedia where I write a little biop about a certain type of monster girl, and then I have an artist friend of mine just draw the monster girl. Like, for example, slime girls can change the consistency of their cellular wall based on whatever touches their core. So if you touch a slime girl's core with a piece of soap, it'll turn into a soap slime, or I have a sudsy cellular wall. And then I'll have an artist draw that example on stream. And like you do something similar where you were, I don't know if it was Mad Libs or if you were like taking suggestions from chat and then writing little short stories.
I did for a while. I did one called Twitch Chat Controls the Isekai Protagonist.
Yeah.
Do you see that one?
I did. I was there for a little bit. It's fun. It is fun. And there's like a lot of different ways that you can do live content with things. And I think it's interesting that you even attempted to try to bring, you know, what you do for work, like writing, into live content. And I think that's cool. And I think more of that is interesting to do, because there's so many other like aspects of live content that people don't do because we just focus on playing games or yapping and stuff, or art. And like doing more stuff with live content is a really creative way of like showing off stuff. Like if writers did that more, I think that'd be really interesting to do. I mean, yes, it is harder to bring something like that into a live stream, but still it's cool to see. It just needs more visual aspects, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, I think I used to do some streams with Melody back in the day where me, my art director Carolus, and then Melody, we would sit down together and we'd come up with comic ideas, and then Kari would draw drafts for them.
Yeah. Oh my God. I always hear Carrie. Every time I hear from Carrie, it's at like 6 a.m. in the morning or something like that.
Oh yeah, you know Kari.
Yep.
You know Kari.
I
Yeah,
know
he
a
needs
lot
to
of
stop
artists,
doing
dude.
that.
I know a lot of artists.
Yeah, you're in the art space.
You
That's the
forgot
thing.
that for the first 2 to 3 years of me being a VTuber, I only did art streams, and only up until I debuted the live 2D model is when I started doing game streams. People always forget that I'm an artist because I don't draw that often anymore. It's actually surprising how many streamers are.
Remember our first big collab where we were on Among Us?
God, don't
you
remind me
remember
about
that?
Among Us. I fucking hate Among Us. The
It
amount
was
of
like-
friendships I've almost lost because of Among Us.
Half of the have you ever like checked out some of the guys we collabed with?
Shoto,
since then?
you,
Shoto blew up. Shoto blew up
Sen-
since then.
Who else was in there?
Ryuka?
Yeah, the Orca.
Yeah. Like half of the boys have graduated.
Wait, what?
Yeah. A lot of them have graduated.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Sense isn't VTubing any. No, Sense
Sense is a
is.
VTuber.
There was the Frost guy, and then there was another one which Sen. Not Sense, Sen.
Yeah.
Remember Sen?
Yes, they
It's like a-
graduated.
Little Fox gamer boy dude.
Yeah, Sen
He's gone.
graduated. Oh my God, so many people graduated.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
man.
I don't think I would. What would I even do if I didn't have this job? I don't even think I can graduate. I got nothing else,
You know,
Mary.
in a way, I'm kind of jealous of you, Joel.
I don't have a backup plan. You have a backup. I'm out of VTubing. I'm out of a job. I got nothing else.
You're
What am I gonna do with my fucking art degree? Do art?
I'm not
I haven't
too
practiced
nervous.
art.
Joel, you're basically at the point where you can't fail.
Is that a thing? Is there a point of no return for people?
Yes. So I believe once you reach the level of popularity you're at right now, Joel, which is it's very difficult if as long as you just keep playing games and keep talking to people and just keep going, right? As long as you do that and you don't have too long periods of inactivity, you basically can't get unpopular now at this point.
I guess that is a thing, because even the people that you don't like, right? People will still be there, because it's just such a variety of people in the world that will follow people. That no matter what happens, there's always going to be people that will watch, because there's so many people. Holy shit, that is a good point. Either way, I mean, you can't really get rid of that fear as a streamer that one day you'll wake up and it's like, oh, where'd everyone go? That's still a fear that everyone will have. It's still an anxiety that's rooted in people's head. It's like how I'm scared of bears. Until bears go extinct, I will be afraid of them, even if I'm nowhere near a bear. You don't understand, man.
Yeah.
They're fucking stupid animals. They can climb, they can run faster than a car, they can swim. You can't shoot them, you cannot deter them. You sit there and you hope that it doesn't want to kill you for no reason.
You get bear spray.
That doesn't do anything. What the fuck
Doesn't
is
it?
bear spray gonna do to a bear? Let me spray it while it's mauling it's disemboweling me with its great claws.
Yeah.
No.
It's like pepper spray.
No, it's not. Bear spray is not real. It's not gonna work.
If I see a bear, I'm just gonna run straight at it.
Mary, you really are a dog, bro.
Just
You
gonna
may
run
have that
straight at
dog in
it.
you, but you're not gonna survive for long.
I was gonna.
That only works against black bears. Grizzly bears are the ones that will just not give a shit.
They'll just go berserker mode on me.
They are fucking crazy. The amount of nightmares I've had about getting ripped apart by a bear is ridiculous. It's too much. I'm not even near bears.
That's such an American thing. There's no bears here. It's
I'm
like
not near
the worst you
bears
can find
either.
is a moose. There's a moose wandering into a backyard. That's the scariest part.
Don't fuck with moose. Moose are fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah.
They're huge. Oh my God. You know what? One thing that's really inspiring to me is those deers that get weird diseases, because it's so eldritch. Deers get the craziest looking symptoms, diseases, and sicknesses. And it's like very eldritch in nature, like how they look. Like there's one where the deer just kind of like loses motor function in their brain and they just walk around into a circle until they die. There's one where they get the ugliest fucking disease on their bodies that just looks insanely vile. Are you looking it up? I can hear you typing.
Yep. I need to see this
If
now.
you want to have a bad time, you can look it up. It's just the most disgusting things. Deers get the prion disease. Look up prion disease. Like deers are just the most disgusting creatures when it comes to diseases. Like they are vile looking. And it's so crazy because deers are the most cuddly looking creatures. They look so baby looking.
Ooh.
It's gross, right? You look at it and you're like, this is like inspiration for some eldritch horror, which is something that I actually kind of find very interesting. Also,
Love
Dark Queen,
horror.
thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome on in.
Welcome.
I'm having a parlor night with my friend Mary right now.
I'm married the dog. Hello.
Sorry to make you look that up before going to bed soon, because we got an hour before Mary has to sleep.
Oh, it's okay. I'm okay. Once you've watched Justin RPG sing "I Love Reshiram," you can handle anything.
Oh, I fucking hate Reshiram. Ugly Pokemon design.
Don't tell Justin that. Come on.
I want. Do you have
What
a
if he's
favorite,
watching?
Do you have a favorite Pokemon design, Mary?
I
don't know how versed you are in terms of art, in terms of like in touch with what you like
I like
personally with art
Mimikyu.
styles. That's fair.
I like Mimikyu.
Mimikyu's really cute. I'm a big fan of Duskull. That's my personal favorite Pokemon. Because he has the mannerisms of an old man, but he's like this little floaty guy.
Ghost Pokemon are cool.
Well, they normally have the best designs. I can't. Whenever I think of the best Pokemon designs, I immediately go to Ghost Pokemon.
I think it's because I don't know. It just fits the aesthetic of Pokemon pretty well. Yeah.
What, dead people, dead human beings,
dead animals.
dead animals.
Yeah, no, it's like there's that dog Pokemon Graveyard, right?
Yeah.
Love that one. That's a good one.
Uh,
There's the fucking ice cream. The ice cream's great. Fuck it. Fuck anyone who hates on the ice cream. The ice cream's awesome.
I just think it would taste like it'd be really weird to lick. It'd feel wrong to like take a bite out of it. Teams, thank you for the raid. Okay, I'll do the raid intro since we got double rated. Welcome to the stream, Raiders. My name is PorcelainMaid. I used to be a sexy second man to me before I died and my soul got trapped inside the body of a sexier female doll. He and pronouns, but if you're stuck with these pronouns of the 21st century, you can think of me as a bisexual luxury sexual male voice trapped inside of a sexier female doll. I give you a courtesy out of courtesy because I'm elegant as fuck like that. And Raiders, did you know if you follow the stream, you can gain 3 extra inches to your dick size. That's right, your dick will go from here to here. He's right behind me, isn't he? Ah!
Joel.
Hi.
Joel.
Yeah.
Joel.
What's up, buddy?
Joel.
Yeah, what's up?
You want to collab?
Yeah, sure. Now get down from the table.
Woof.
You froze everything, didn't you? You knocked over the camera again. Every time. You knock on the camera when you transform, and then it freezes for everybody.
Yes.
Can't believe you.
Woof.
I can't believe that you're like this. Mary, if you had to write a lore video for yourself that explained origins, and not just like, you know, the villain one or anything similar to that, like you had to write one for yourself as a personality to explain everything, would you? Would you think that would be something that you would like, or do you prefer doing stuff that's kind of more disjointed and it's like its own little stories?
Depending on the definition of that, I've already done it.
Let's say your road to becoming a VTuber.
Have you seen my VTuber lore? Not the villain one.
I've only seen the villain one and the ones that you've worked on. I actually haven't seen the other ones.
I have 4 lore videos.
Yeah.
And they all tell one continuous story.
Well, you know what? Maybe I should go watch the other ones besides just the villain one.
The first one, everyone says it's really good.
Do you have a personal favorite out of the ones that you have?
Okay, so the first one is the one that I can agree with everyone is the best made. It's very, very... A lot of people say they relate to it a lot. It's very much about... My lore is about the weirdness of being a writer, of writing your own lore.
Yeah.
I acknowledge within the story that I am writing it as I'm in it. All the characters are versions of me, and they're all having an internal dialogue within themselves while also acknowledging that it is a story being written. And it's very serious. It's not a parody. It's not funny. It's super serious. And I think you should check it out. That's a good one. Then the second one is fun, sure. It falls a bit short. And then the third one is my favorite. The third one is my favorite because it completes the story and it brings it all around into like a very satisfying ending that also pays homage to my audience.
You have more than 4. There on your channel you have an horror themed lore. That it's outdated,
no, that's
but it
not
says that.
It's uncanon. It's no canon anymore.
But you can still enjoy things that are not canon though. Like
Yeah,
I
but
have non-canonical lore videos that aren't related to me in any way, and I do that for every new model that I have. Not
I don't
mainline
like it.
models. Well, what if you get like a silly outfit, right? Why not get a silly little lore video that's maybe not canonical to match with it? Because my thing is every debut needs to have a lore video, a new outfit, a new music, or a new background. So even if I get something that's completely unrelated, like if I'm saying I want a Halloween model, I don't make that connect. Like my nun video, not connected to the main lore in any way. But it's just something fun for people to speculate with.
You know how I tackled that issue in Vshoujo when I was working with Vshoujo?
How'd you do it?
So the girls would frequently get new outfits, right? And then I would be tasked, okay, Mary, write a lore video about this. But the outfit would not really have anything to do with the story, most of it. So for example, Zentrea recently had her casual outfit for her cyborg version. Or she also had like her dragon model.
Fucking auntie outfit. Like her grandma auntie outfit with the white hair.
It's not that one. It's not that one. But it was the one before then. The law was actually done a long time ago. It just wasn't published. But when that would happen, I would instead of making the whole law video about like that outfit or making it themed around that outfit, I would instead have it be an outfit that they happen to wear during that part of the story. So I would be able to continue telling my overall like story with Vshoujo, but we would have the characters work, because in slice of life anime and shows and stuff, like you'll have a fairy tale arc, right, where it's about something, but then like some of the girls will just be dressed up in like a bunny suit because the author thought that would be fun that week, right?
Yeah.
Like they just write excuses to have the girls in outfits. That's how I treated it. So that's kind of how
What
I
if it's
prefer
something
it.
that's so crazy of an outfit? Like for me, I'm a porcelain doll, but the nun outfit is if I was drowned and I have like an eldritch deity inside of me and stuff like that. It's not something that you can just like kind of pass off as an outfit change. So how would you do something like that?
The
that's something
eldritch
that kind
part
of is something that takes a center stage.
The eldritch part is a little it could, okay, here's how I would do it. I would tell a story within the universe where you are you, and I would have you go to a different region within the space that you are in. I need to look up your lore, by the way. I really want to watch it. But
Share each other's lore videos. We'll hold hands while we watch each other's lore videos.
It sounds excellent. Sounds like a good night. Good little movie night. But yeah, I would have you, based on my presumptions about your lore, I would assume that you are kind of like in a Bloodborne-esque existence. Is that correct?
No, we're in normal times. I can give you a quick rundown. I was going to the store to get stuff. While going home, I didn't die. I didn't my eyes closed. I blinked and I blacked out. Done. Next scene, I woke up in the doll body. But it's not in a different world. It's just like this random abandoned mansion in the middle of a forest that's like a couple miles out from where I originally passed out. So I can still go back to my house and like steal my computer and shit like that. But it's not in a different world or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I would probably find some sort of reason to have a different region that's kind of like appeared in a similar way to this mansion. Some sort of reason why Joel would go there, why you would go there, and investigate this other region. And this place would probably be some sort of old Gothic cathedral. You would go there, you would end up with this curse, and you would end up having to go through several trials in order to get out, trying to get closer to the answer of why you turned into this doll. And the nun outfit would probably be something you would wear because your clothes got damaged and that was the outfit that would be there. You know, create a story where you can tell some sort of cool thing, have some monsters appear, you know, experience a cool, like, side story, like a little mini movie version, like a side story.
It kind of reminds me of how an anime will make the characters change clothes when they go to a new setting.
Yeah.
Something similar to that. Okay.
Something like that. I like when it's. I don't feel that lore necessarily. I legitimately don't think you can have any outfit that we can't find a reasonable explanation for within your own lore.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way to explain anything, really. There's no such thing as like an unexplainable outfit change. Even if you change models, people have different ways of putting that into their lore.
Oh, it was pretty difficult with Iron Mouse. Because she got so many different versions. So
hey, you know what?
We ended up doing multiverse with Iron Mouse.
If you have the money for different models, I feel like everyone would do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, 100. I mean,
here's the thing, though.
I've had,
the problem comes in with using those models. Because I'm somebody that doesn't believe in retiring models unless it's something that's completely, like, old in terms of, like, technology. I try to use every single one of my models every stream. Like, I have a full body 3D low poly model. I have a nun model. I have this model. I have the different hairstyles for this model. And then I have the bikini model and a male model, a monster form, and a lot of other stuff is coming up. So I imagine a lot of people that retire their models, I feel like it feels kind of like a waste to me. Like, I feel like you got to find a way to balance and use each model for every stream that you do. I don't know if you do that. Yeah. Like, do you have a way of rotating out your models? Or do you, because you said at the beginning that this is like your model that you feel the most comfortable with. Like, this is your model.
I guess I'm loading.
I can tell. You didn't bring the fat bastard in, did you? Okay.
No.
Scared the shit out of me. It's Emu's model. Yay!
Love Emu. Love Emu.
You're so wait, I just realized how bright you are. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a bright model.
When compared
it's a very
to the setting that I'm
model.
in, it looks like the fucking light is on you and not on me.
It's a very anime model. Wait. So I had this model.
Zoom out real quick.
Zoom out? Okay.
And then do your thing, because I just want to see what you look like this. He's so tiny! Don't talk to me or my son ever again! Get away from him! He said he wanted extra pickles! Extra!
Yes. So this model of mine was made by Emu Lapis, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, I replaced it, and I'm using the one by Uni now.
Yeah.
I thought about using this one occasionally, but the problem with it is that I kind of feel like, because some people have like a deep attachment to this model.
To each model that you have, right?
Or this
just
one
the
in
newest
particular.
one specifically.
That one in particular, the Emu one, the Emu model. There's some people, especially on certain platforms, there's a lot of people who have a very specific attachment and very like feelings-wise attachment to that model, just because of, you know, I don't know, events and stuff that's been going on, them just liking the expressions a lot and getting attached to it over time, and I feel it's almost like it hurts their feelings when I bring it back.
Really?
Kinda. Like,
I mean,
it's like a sad, melancholic thing.
I mean, I can assume that. I mean, people can get attached to a lot of things. It's like how I'm attached to my plushies. Like, if I lost a plushie, I think I would shit myself. Like, I would cry in tears. So I can understand people getting really attached to certain things.
So on the topic of not retiring models, I don't like it either. I feel like most models have a purpose even after you've changed your main one. But for some of them, I don't bring them back specifically because it's like they were intended to be main models and they had their time, and now they are no longer. And it's like it's like in Doctor Who, you know. It's like you're watching Doctor Who, and
when the Doctor transforms into the next one.
Yeah, and you don't want the previous Doctor to keep coming back for like, or like when you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh, right? You don't want like Yugi to keep coming back because it undercuts the new one. Plus, it's like you know, you want to give people time to get attached to the new main character.
And then it's like, well, which model is more powerful than the other one?
Yeah. I don't like it. You know, it's also rude to the artists to compare and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. So while I treasure the time I had with the model I just showed earlier, I don't show it very often because I think it's just important to let memories stay memories.
That's fair. I can understand the reasoning behind it. I mean, there's also like different circumstances behind each model that people get, so I can understand that as well. Like, each model is a creation between multiple different people. No one person makes a model, unless you're Juniper Actis, but we're not gonna fucking bring up her and her fucking crazy ass in here. So, like, I can understand people getting either super attached or wanting to move on from different models.
Yes.
Still, it's cool. I just like seeing models, man. I think VTubing is so creative. It's so fun. There's so many cool things out there that people can do, and there's even more like super interesting things that have been going on lately. Like, it was stretching the definition of VTubers and seeing different things. There's a streamer that I watch called Taijiro, who has this beautiful VTubing setup that's so artistic, and it's just like everything, every part of it is like an art style, and it works with the VTubing setup. That's why when you look at my screen, I try not to have overlays or anything on it. Like, chat is on the screen, but they are a part of an illustrative background. I don't have an overlay that's super non-illustrative, because that's what I like. I don't like seeing graphical stuff like that. Is my model doing the thing where it freezes every 5 seconds? I really need to get a new iPhone. This shit's bad. But stuff like that is fun, and I like seeing that art style that goes everywhere like that. Yeah. Shindigs. I follow Shindigs. They highlight a lot of very interesting VTubers.
I have to say it's true that, like, you know, with VTubing, we keep seeing people innovate and make even more extreme models than before. It's very fun. One of the things I saw recently, I saw this model. Sorry. Recently, I saw this model, which was so amazing. Like, it looked like it looked like a real person. You know, I don't know if you've seen this model before.
Are you talking about the
it's this guy. This guy right here. So this guy's called Tectone. He streams it. He looks like a real bald man.
Shut up! Shut up!
No, it looks like a real bald guy. Stop! It's so crazy. Like, the rigging on this shit is amazing. God.
There are VTubers like that. There was a VTuber I saw that was a princess, and it was like a Victorian painting art style VTuber, and it was very interesting. It was really cool. One of my favorite things to see is people that think, okay, so we talked a little bit about this earlier. I see VTubing from an art perspective, right? So when I never think about, and I know you've talked about this with Geek before, I don't think about male VTuber, female VTuber. I don't see it as a gendered thing. I don't see it as like an idol thing. I don't see it as any of that. I see VTubing as an art perspective, because when I did VTubing, before all your fucking faves, Chad, before your Oshis, I was there, and I was seeing it as an art perspective, because everyone in the art community that was doing it in a way where they would take an OC and they would try to make it 3D, and they would put it in and they would use it to express themselves, because normally an artist will mainly draw one OC all the fucking time. So they would take their favorite OC and they would make it into their model to define their art. So I liked my doll a lot. I made it into my my VTuber, and then I just kept using it. It was never like a conscious decision about what gender the character is or anything like that. It was an art decision, because a lot of artists have female OCs, if we're being real here. So when somebody made that, and when people bring this up to me, they're like, why are you, I get this one thing, this is the meme in my chat, the why are you a man question is one of the funniest things, right? Like, so many people that will come in their first messages, why are you a man? And it's the funniest thing in the world. A lot of them are chill after I explain it, but some of them get banned immediately. But the point is, VTubing, if you look at it from an art perspective, it's so much more varied than you think. It's not about you as a person. It's not about the gender. It's not about whatever. It's about how you want to show and be creative. Like, I'm going to be creative by putting my OC into this. I want to do lore. I want to write a lore video. I want to make a setup that's creative and fun and cool, and it shows a brand, and it like expands on these kinds of things. And it's if you look at it that way, VTubing becomes much more of a creative outlet than this idle industry that some people think about it as. I mean, that's my take on it. Yeah. I think more people need to see it like that. Yeah.
It's an artistic medium.
Seeing it as like this idle industry that's only like female only or stuff like that, it just seems silly. It's like you could do whatever you want with this. It doesn't even VTubing doesn't even have to be anime, as we already discussed. Like, you could be you could make a VTuber model of like a real person. You could just take a PNG and turn that into a fucking VTuber model. Like, it could literally be anything. I've seen VTubers that stretch the definition of VTuber by just being a very talking PNG, but they have so many art assets that they've made themselves of like transition screen. Taijiro. Basically, I'm just describing them. Like, there's so many things you can do that's so creative with it. We got the people coming in that think that I'm a fucking woman. Wait, you're a man? I just thought you had a really deep voice. Enough with your fucking conspiracy theories. I'm a man. There is no woman using a voice changer.
That's an amazing voice changer.
Oh, stop. I get like fucking, like, I start turning robot-y from Discord, and you're like, his voice changer, it's cracking, it's losing power.
Yeah, it's true that like VTubing has origins in kind of idol culture. I don't think that needs to be the case, though. I feel like Twitch VTubing is some of the most unique and creative.
Yeah. Well, it's because Twitch is the one that a lot of people go to because I feel like it's easier to set up than YouTube. Wait,
I prefer YouTube.
Really? Is it just because of because YouTube treats a lot of people really well, right? In terms of
it's nothing to do with that.
Well, why?
It's just on YouTube you can have like a whole franchising of your brand. You can do shorts, you can do videos. It keeps your VODs on. It has community tab. It has membership. You can do membership only streams. Everything is all united under one thing. Twitch is very good at singular things. It can do VODs and that's it. But the VODs don't stay forever. You got to make highlights
VODs
of
don't stay. They made clips are a thing now. But I mean, some people are using featured clips and getting tons of views from them. But I don't know how. I haven't done it, so I can't say anything to speak on that. But yeah, Twitch is very specialized, and you do need to go to other platforms a lot of the time to grow more.
A friend of mine described it like this. On YouTube, if you stop streaming and you have videos on your channel is alive. It is out there getting exposure just by being introduced to people in the algorithm. If you're on Twitch, the moment whenever you're not streaming, your channel's dead, essentially. No one's gonna find your channel if you're not streaming. There's no discovery for that. Yeah, there's no discovery for that at all. So that's why I like YouTube a lot. I think YouTube is the superior streaming platform, if I got to be completely honest.
I just think it's ugly.
Yeah, have you ever tried streaming on YouTube?
I haven't yet. I just think it's like I don't even watch my friends. Wait, before that, Shrade and Stormshade, thank you guys for the raids. Big love. Hope you had a good stream. I'm hanging out with my friend Mary right now on our parlor. To do a shorter version of the raid intro, I'm a man. I died, soul and body of doll. We're hanging out together. And if you follow 3 inches dude exercise. Okay, go ahead.
I need a fucking raid intro. I need that.
I need a shorter version of my raid. You know what I need? I need a fucking outro. I do not know how to end streams. I will fumble for like an hour before I end the stream properly.
Yeah, honestly, I never know how to either. But anyway, so the biggest difference I've noticed with YouTube is that so I've been dual streaming Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. But see, the thing is, I love that, by the way, because it allows me to have my VODs like readily available in the live tab on my YouTube. No separate VOD channel required. I have members on YouTube. You know, there's people who prefer to watch over on YouTube. It's much better, better that way, because then people can can watch on their preferred platform. There's also Korean, like the entire Korean community has been kicked off Twitch essentially. So they can't even donate. They can't pay for membership. They can't do anything. They can't pay for their sub. You can barely watch the fucking thing. So they watch on YouTube instead now. So there's that. I've noticed one thing. On Twitch, the viewers start low and then they get gradually higher the longer you stream, right? That's kind of the thing. Unless you're like being really boring halfway through, you're like switching activity.
How it is you don't have your peak viewership or your normal average amount of viewership until the first hour of the stream is over. So if I start a stream, it'll be continuously growing until the hour, and then once it's an hour, that's like normally your average for the day. That's how Twitch works. Right. That's why people do just chatting for the first hour of the stream, because it brings in more viewers.
I didn't know that. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, do that. Do one hour of just chatting before you start any games that you play.
That sounds good. But yeah, YouTube, it's different. You start at your peak and then get slower. That's why people on YouTube often do very short event streams. It's just better.
I didn't know that. Well, here's the thing. I have a lot of friends that stream on YouTube. But I don't watch any of them because I fucking think the YouTube setup is just very ugly to me, and it doesn't feel like chat friendly. Like if I were to do a stream, because I talk to my chat, like chat is one of the main points of my streams when I do just chatting or anything like that. I feel like if I were to stream on YouTube, I wouldn't look at the chat. Like I don't want to say it looks bad, it just is very janky looking, so I feel like I wouldn't be able to discuss with them as much. But I mean, I guess it's just as much effort as I want to put in myself.
I have a thing I can set up for you that makes it easier.
Yeah, I do plan to at least do YouTube streams at some point, but only in only as extra stuff, not as like a main platform for myself.
You want to see my OBS?
Yeah, sure, show me.
I'll show you how I've set up my OBS.
Yeah, it's fun. Throw a screenshot at me. Let me look at it.
Sure.
While you're at it, give me your stream key too.
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Yeah, we got it, baby. Easy. You're gonna see me streaming on Mary's channel. That's actually one thing that I do. I do this thing called vtuber takeovers, where I let different friends of mine have my stream for the day, so they can stream to my chat. It's like babysitting my chat. It's pretty silly.
How the fuck did you manage to get that? Like that's such a
I give them my background. I give them my OBS setup, my background, my cage, and then the chat function, and then the donos and stuff like that, and that's it. And then I give them a stream key, and then I change my stream key. I've had Giga
you make them work for you for free.
Yes, I've had Giga, I've had Girl Damn, and I've had Rayu take over my stream for a day. Giga, when she was on, was like, it's Auntie Geeg's turn to babysit you guys, and then she just played a game called PN on stream. Girl Damn just listened to music the entire stream, and then Rayu almost got me banned, but that's to be expected with her. Yes.
How did she manage that?
Nip slips.
What? How?
I don't want to talk about it.
She's a VTuber.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, it's Rayu. Okay, I know why.
Yeah, Rayu Gui.
I know.
Miss Ghost.
You know, I've only collabed with Rayu one time.
Oh, I love her. She's so sweet.
She showed up drunk to my channel.
I love Rayu.
Raided me, called me, and demanded to do a typing speed competition with me. To which I destroyed her, and then she got like. She got like weird with it. Like she's like, destroy me, and I'm like, what?
I love Rayu so much.
She's like trolling me or something.
My favorite thing about her, well, she does do that sometimes, but my favorite thing about her is she just has a giggle. Like she laughs, and it's very contagious.
She's quite fun.
All right, where's your setup? I'm waiting for it, Mary.
I can't fucking find it. Basically, I've got both. I've got a dock set up. I've got a dock for YouTube chat and Twitch chat right next to each other.
Okay.
And that's how I do it. I talk to two chats.
I wonder if you could make them fight each other. You really take the chat, the chat aspect really hard. And what you do is you just all right, YouTube chat, I want to see if you guys can count to 10. Twitch chat, do your best. I know you're probably going to fail, but I believe in you. And then you make the two chats fight each other. You could actually have chat v chat.
I wanna combine them though.
No,
That's
no.
that's the next
separate.
big project.
It's funnier.
Keep them separate.
Make them fight for your affection. You stream on different platforms, and you're like, all right, all the platforms, get ready. We're gonna go into a competition. We have Mario Kart. We have 4 teams: YouTube, Twitch, whatever else. You guys are gonna fight each other to the death. Whoever wins will get my attention for the next hour of stream, and I will only read your chat.
This is why you're a better streamer than me, Joe.
No.
You think of the most funny, crazy things.
Oh God, that'd be so stupid. You just see chat on chat action. Oh my God. You know, I mean, this just shows that I'm the parent of the group, because I'm making the fucking siblings fight each other. Not a good parent, don't get me wrong, but still a parent. That's the important part there. Oh my God. But I mean, you do different types of content, you know, and you do very interesting creative content that I have not been able to, you know, participate in stuff like that. I mean, like, I would like to do more writing stuff, but most of the stuff that I really enjoy writing is like biology of like monster girls and like culture stuff, like I like world building stuff when in terms of stuff like that. I'm not somebody who's good at anything else. And that's why you can see it even in my lore. It's mostly world building rather than anything else.
World building's fun. I think, I don't know. Writing is the great passion of my life. I like writing characters, but I'm not that good. People give me compliments. I feel like people either say I'm good or they say, get this fucking guy out of here, he sucks, fuck him. Well, that's there's no middle thing, I feel, but it's I'm very mediocre.
No, don't get one guide, Mary. Don't get one guide. It's always like a small minority of people that'll give you that shit.
Any TV writer would body me. That's my honest opinion. Like if Dan Harmon showed up, he would fucking destroy me.
I don't know about that. Let's take a look at some of their works too that have not been doing that well. Let's take a look at some of the Disney shows for Star Wars lately as well. I guarantee you that you are underestimating yourself a lot. Just because something is professional doesn't always mean it's going to be better than somebody who's working it from home. I mean, that's the reason why we have indie games that are outselling a lot of other things, because they understand what people like or what is fun, quote unquote. So I think it's too subjective to put yourself in a position where you're like, well, a TV writer would bother me. That's not true. There are different subjective opinions that people enjoy that a TV writer wouldn't be able to do that you can do. It's a different area, and I don't think you should down yourself for that. You're gonna get one guide by yourself.
No, I think I'm a perfectly decent writer for internet comics. I think I'm perfectly good for that.
I think there is a difference between being humble and having confidence, and I think you can be confident and be humble at the same time. Like, you don't need to humble yourself so low to the point where you're only like, you're decent. You do a good enough job where you're known for your writing. Like, people know. I say Merryweather, and people are like, the guy who writes comics writes. People know what you write. Now, whether some people don't like that and some people do, that's a completely subjective opinion, because nobody is all going to agree on one story being something that they like a lot.
Rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I don't know what that quote means. You got to understand that I have a 3rd grade reading level.
What I'm trying to say is that within the context of me being online and me being a webcomic writer and stuff, I would be considered a very good writer. Within the greater context, again, there are many writers who would.
Are you comparing yourself to fucking J.R. Tolkien? You don't need to do that kind of thing.
No,
like, that's not something that you need to fucking do, Mary.
It's like gaming, you know.
There
Sandman.
are different areas of life that are subjective that people can enjoy more than others. I would say that I can enjoy your comics more than I can enjoy some fucking Hollywood screenwriter or some fucking, like, if I'm reading the fucking, like, Kafka's reincarnation bullshit with the cockroach, I can enjoy your comics more than that, and that's a completely subjective thing, because there are different ways of entertainment being something that people can like. Like, you may not write something that's as deep as a fucking a novel that's about the reincarnation of somebody, but it's still entertainment that somebody can enjoy and still enjoy more than something else. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that you're better than anyone. I'm saying that I can enjoy you more than I would enjoy something that you consider as peak fiction.
Goodness me. I appreciate
Fuck
it.
you. Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes, of course. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
And I think it's a good way of keeping yourself motivated as well, because there are streamers that will see like comments towards them and they'll get one guide because it's one person. It's always one or a few people that are gonna say the worst things in a mountain of support, and then a lot of people will blindly see that and they'll go like, that's what's going to affect me from now on. But then you got to realize one of these some of the things that I see, because I used to be like this too a couple of years ago, back when I was starting out and doing streaming and getting into the community a little bit more, is I see a bad comment about me, right? I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh, that'll ruin my day. And then I see that same commenter either having an agenda to hate against me, or they'll say something stupid about a friend of mine, and then I'm like, wait, you're wrong. That my friend is fucking base. So clearly if you're wrong about them, then you're going to be wrong about me, because your opinions don't matter at that point. And there's so many other ways to stop yourself from this kind of thing as well, because you're looking at it from a subjective opinion. This person doesn't like me, but they're so aggressively hateful about it. That means why would I give a shit about what they say? Because it's almost at a spite level where you're like, well, if you're going to be that asshole, if you're going to be that much of an asshole about it, I'm just going to ignore whatever the fuck you're saying, because that shit's stupid. I'm not telling you to think you're the best in the world. I'm just saying that you need to hold yourself in a high regard enough that doesn't lower your self-esteem, because you can enjoy your own writing and other people can enjoy your own writing. Because if what's the point at that point if you're going to keep shit talking yourself? You're like, what's the point of me writing if I keep shit talking myself? You got to set yourself at a standard that you can put yourself in a regard that you can recommend your comics to other people.
I don't feel like I'm
Mary.
I don't feel like I'm shit talking myself. I think I'm a perfectly good writer.
I know, but you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're doing the thing where you're like, oh, I'm a normal writer. You can't set yourself at an average. You need to set yourself at a standard higher, or at least think about yourself growing to a standard higher.
You know, the funny thing is, I've never had an actual like pro writer talk to me about my writing. It's never happened to me. Maybe I should.
What do you consider a pro writer, though? What is considered a pro writer? Because sometimes people can make something that is considered a masterpiece and I will hate it. The guy fucking the what's it called? The horror movie that everyone sucks the dick of. With the twins and shit or whatever, with that book. I fucking hated that. I thought that was ass. But people would suck the dick of Stephen King.
What, Stephen King?
Yeah.
Nah, he's okay.
See what I mean? He's okay. You know how many other people are doing this that will do the same thing as you and be like, that's the professional. That's the one that I look up to.
I guess I would consider a professional as just, I mean, I'm old-fashioned. It's just someone who makes money off it, and a person who earns their money through primarily writing. I've never really had any of those look at my best works and then say what they think. That's never happened.
But here's the thing: what would you get out of that? Like, let's say you get a critique. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to improve on it, or are you going to think about it and be like, man, this was shit? Like, you have to hold it to a regard where no matter what somebody says, you don't think of your own writing as garbage. There could be an improvement, but you don't think badly of it.
I think an alarming amount of my comics as they exist right now are probably an alarming amount of my comics as they exist right now are more like incomplete experiences than they are full, complete, well-polished stories.
Well, what's stopping you from doing something that you think is a well-polished story?
Nothing. I'm working on some.
There you go. Be more excited to that. Next time we go through this again, just be like, well, don't worry, I have something that I think is going to be perfect. I have something that I think is going to be my best yet. I think stay towards the future. Don't say that you're average, because you're not. You're doing something that you think is a well-polished, full, complete story.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think some of my best work is definitely Clinic of Horrors, and
which is something that I need to read, because I think the aesthetic of that one is fucking peak. Oh, it looks so good.
You want a fun fact?
What's a fun fact?
The artist who designed the main characters is the artist of Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, fucking for real?
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It's actually. It was fun.
When you get
cool
artists,
huh?
do you look at what they like previous work that they've done to look for an artist, or do you kind of just go through stuff and see what you like?
No, I don't. Yeah, so I meet artists through a variety of different ways. Usually contacts, maybe on Twitter and stuff. I don't look at what they've done before. I look at the art. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's how I do lore videos a lot of the time. One of the recent people that is doing a lore video for me for my second canon lore video with my monster form, they were an artist that drew fan art of me, and I was like, this art's really fucking cool, and I just DM'd them and was like, hey, can I hire you? And that was really cool. Anna Sleepy, I don't know if they're watching the stream, but I hired them because I was like, this art's adorable. And I feel like a lot of people get hired through that. They just like either draw fan art or they just draw art in general, and then somebody sees them, they're like, I'm gonna hire that person.
I think when you want to hire for comics, there's some things you got to keep in mind. First of all,
Composition.
A good illustrator is not necessarily a good comic artist. That's a big thing that I had to learn, is that just because someone can competently put together an illustration does not make them a good comic artist.
Not every artist can do a VTuber model.
Yeah, 100%. Then we have work ethic. There are many situations where you will find a really good artist, but they will not actually be able to actually carry through, because making a comic is a lot of work.
The fucking amount of artists that are just they're so bad at communication.
Yeah, so there's one artist who I used to know, brilliant artist, magnificent artist. I always wanted to do a comic with him because his art style was just so beautiful and gothic and stuff. But he would be very quick to say yes. He would be excited. He would draw the designs. I would write the story. I would send him over the story. He would not draw a single page. I'd wait for months, and then someday he'd just show up, like, out of nowhere, after ghosting me for a while and saying, like, I decided not to do it, man. And then some time would pass. I would talk to him again. We would talk about, oh yeah, maybe we could do a comic after all. Go through the whole thing again. He draws some designs. I write the script. Ghosts me for a while. Yeah, no, I've got too much on my plate, man. That happened 3 times. I was so desperate. Yeah.
I don't trust people that say yes right away. I'm like, are you okay? It's the people that are a little reluctant that do the best work, because it's always like,
they're careful with their choices.
They're making sure that they can do it. It's I originally wasn't gonna look like this. My model mama Dokudo, who you may know, great artist. He's fantastic. My original artist was not him. My original artist was another artist who I think did amazing art, but they took 8 months to get back to me in terms of one whip. So I was sitting there 8 months in, everything else was almost done. My debut was around the corner, and they just never got back to me. So not only was that, they also were supposed to do Zen's 2D model, so they fucked up on both of our ends. So I had to go and find somebody last minute, and I was recommended Doku, and I was like, yeah, I love Doku. And Doku blew it out of the park. Doku has done a great job. He's incredibly fast, and he's always super responsive, thank God. So I'm very lucky that I had that, but shit, that was a lot, man. One of my favorite things now is just commissioning fan artists, because I feel like fan artists already know me, so they can draw the best art of me. Because they know my personality and they know what I'm like, so they make the best art in the first place. So when I give them money, it's like always, fuck yeah.
Yes, commissioning fan artists is great.
They're great. They already know what everyone's like. That's why I was so happy to commission a fan artist to work on my my lore video. They were super passionate about everything, and they actually were reluctant. They were like making sure everything was okay. Yippee! Also, hi Roy, welcome in. There we go. Sorry, I went on like a tangent.
My only reluctance in commissioning fan artists is that so I have this tendency to go with what do you know Andy Face?
Yeah, Andy's the one who recommended Doku to me.
Ah, excellent. Now, Andy's great. So Andy's actually working in our studio. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
He's our unfucker, as we like to. I like to affectionately call him. It's whenever anything goes wrong, we send Andy, and that's his job.
I mean, he's a very blunt person, so I can imagine if it was a communication problem, he'd probably be very good at that.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's a good man. I like Andy. So Andy says I sometimes go to CEO, or like I go CEO mode, and which is because I'm so used to talking to people who are my employees. I have a very blunt way of talking that I fall into. I don't think it's a very attractive trait of mine. It's like I start talking in this authoritative tone, which works when you're the employer.
Oh,
it works when you're the employer
like
and you're doing.
The boss.
I talk to them like I'm the boss. So which I generally am. Let me keep that in mind. Like that is kind of how I'm expected to talk, like when I'm in meetings, when we're doing things, when we're setting up projects.
It's a little bit different because it's like two people of the same level. It's a transaction.
Exactly. So there are two situations where I've noticed that's become a problem, which is number one with Astroline. I am not supposed to be Astroline's leader in any way. I'm one of the talents. I might be a CEO of the comic side. I am not in control of the Astroline VTubing agency. We have managers who do that. I am not. So while I might be in control of the overall business direction of the entire company, and I might be the owner, I'm not supposed to be the boss of any of the other Astroline talents.
Fred,
so when we're
get
in
on
meetings,
the ground and give me 20 push-ups right now. We are tired. There can only be one twink in this goddamn group, and you need to work out. We are done with this. That's my job.
So starting out, we had this old problem with our dynamic because I would act like I was the CEO because that's what I would do. I was used to. So the way I would talk about things, the way I would like kind of, I would suggest changes to their streams. As a fellow talent, you would never do this. I would kind of like, how to say, during meetings, which I still do sometimes, I would say, okay, you go next, and stuff like that. I would control the room. But I'm trying to unlearn it.
I think it's fine as long as it's not in an authoritative tone. Like if you're talking to them as like it's suggestions instead of anything else, I feel like that would be normal.
Yeah. That's the endeavor. There's the other thing, which is like commissioning fan artists, which is what we were talking about. I'll just finish that train of thought real quick. Commissioning fan artists, I feel bad because I don't really want to subject them to that side of me in case it's too much.
Okay.
I want them to feel I'm the dog. I'm Mary the dog. I'm their comfort streamer. I'm their comfort streamer. They come watch me every day and they draw me because it's fun. Then I commission them and then suddenly I'm like, no, I want this and this and this changes and I'd like you to, So during the occasions where we do it, we have Aoife, who's actually in chat, my manager. She handles it for me instead of me.
Well, that's fine. I think trying to unlearn something like that can be rough, but I feel like you can do it. It just takes a little time. I think a good example of somebody that, not in an authoritative tone, but they'll recommend things to help the group, like if they're in a group to get better, I think is Giga. She does it in a great way with VShojo, because I know a lot of VShojo is like disconnected sometimes and they're a little scattered occasionally, but I think she does a good job at giving recommendations to other members to help everyone get together a little bit more. Not in the exact same way that you're saying, but like it's something similar with that. And I think that might be a good example of somebody to like recommend these kinds of things.
Giga's great.
I gotta get a bingo board with my stream and have like Giga mentioned on one of the fucking bingo boards, I swear to God.
Is this entertaining?
What?
Am I being entertaining?
Yeah. Content is content.
That's good.
Here's the thing. Since you called me the content master here, content can be coming in a very, like there's varying forms of content that people can enjoy. Not everything has to be going, chat, keys, guys, keys. You like that jingly noise? Is that what you're
I feel
into?
like whenever
know-
I end up in collabs with people, I end up talking kind of dry business talk, which isn't a great aspect of me. I feel like I should be more fun. I should be more fun. Hey, Chad!
I think you are falling into the pit of streamers thinking that they need to be something else in the middle of a collab. You can be yourself. You can do that dry tone. It's whatever you're comfortable with, because people like the personality of the human being that they're watching, not some caricature that you're doing of yourself. Like you can do that, you know, like the high energy thing on streams. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think you need to be able to allow yourself you need to be able to allow yourself to be yourself.
I'm a dog. I'm not myself. I'm a dog right now. So
you have to let yourself just talk normally sometimes.
Actually,
I think that's okay.
Wolfing is pretty normal for a human being. I think Wolfing is saying is pretty normal because I'm a dog boy.
I'm gonna choke slam you into the wall.
That sounds hard.
Well, now you're acting like chat. Do you want to be like them? Do you really want to be like them? I don't know if you do.
I don't know.
I don't think you'd want to become like chat. I don't know about that one. But like I was saying,
jailed and hanging in a corner. No, not particularly
I think
much.
It's an interesting conversation to have with you. I mean, a lot of this that I've been going through with you today has been a lot of, like, we've had funny moments. Yes, there's definitely content moments that can be made into clips and stuff like that. But I think talking bluntly and straightly to each other about different things that you like, about your passions, is also another form of content that's fun. I know you're getting impatient now. The ADHD is coming out of you. I can tell. Have confidence in yourself.
Orc self.
You can be able to talk about this stuff, Mary. You don't need to like immediately go into like I need to be funny mode. It's fine.
This is crazy. I don't know how to turn it off now.
The armor or the I need to be funny mode?
The armor.
Okay.
This is a problem. Hold on. Give me a moment,
buddy.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, you having fun down there?
There's a way of doing it.
You having fun?
There we go.
There you go. Now you're back.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a complicated mix of hotkeys and stuff. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah, I'm having fun. This has been a great collaboration.
It's okay. We're around the 3-hour mark anyway, so I'll let you head to bed soon. Don't worry. I know it's time for Mary to go to bed. The dog needs sleep. I've been keeping him up this entire time. But hey, if you have anything to do tomorrow, you can just say, yeah, Joel kept me up all night. So you have that as a fucking scenario that you can use to blame.
We're playing Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow.
I tried with that MMO. I couldn't get into it.
I remember you came and showed up in my stream. You came and said hi to me.
I got to level 60 or level 59, and then I stopped playing because I just didn't have any interest in it. Here's my thing about MMOs. If I cannot make a character look cool, or if the character creation is not good, then I can't play it. And the character creation in Final Fantasy 14 is not good. Everyone looks the same to me. Like, it feels very same face syndrome in that game. And to be fair, it is an old game. But I can't listen, it's an old game. I won't blame it for that.
They're updating it. They're updating the designs.
I hope so. I'm not gonna use mods, chat. I'm not gonna figure out how to use mods for an MMO. I refuse. And I'm not gonna play until final level where I can finally unlock the glamours or whatever. I'm not doing that. If I can't make a good character from the start, then I'm sick of it.
You can unlock glamours from level 1, silly boy.
No, the face, not just the costumes. I want to be able to change the faces. Like, there needs to be more face and hair options. And body options.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Now you can't argue about that one, can you?
I mean, you know.
Do you like
accept
MMOs
the limitations there? I love MMOs. Been a fan of MMOs my whole life. I played Habbo Hotel, then RuneScape, then World of Warcraft. I played Aura Kingdom. Ever heard of Aura Kingdom?
I have. Do you have an ideal MMO? Like, if you were to mix MMOs, do you have a way? What would be your ideal?
Oh, that's an interesting question, actually.
I have an answer for it if you want to hear an example.
Tell me.
Black Desert Online character creation. Not the combat. Maybe a mix of Black Desert combat and the Terra combat, which is the skills. RuneScape questing, because I think RuneScape did a great job with their quest lines, because I thought they were fun and they were separate, so it wasn't a big thing. And the world size of Black Desert, but the world of RuneScape. So like a mix of Black Desert, RuneScape, and Terra would be my ideal. I really liked those.
Okay, is my ideal.
All right, give it to me. Oh, and Mabinogi. Mabinogi's great too. Go ahead.
The combat and systems of Blade and Soul, that includes questing.
Okay.
The story of Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
And the gameplay polish of World of Warcraft.
Okay. That's not bad. What about the aesthetic? What aesthetic do you want?
Final Fantasy XIV.
God damn it. I'll admit that the worlds look nice. Some of the areas look nice. It just feels very unsaturated. Everything in that game feels very desaturated to me.
They're fixing it. It's a lighting issue. It's a game made for PS3.
I understand
right.
It's old. I get it.
It's ancient, but
if they could update the graphics too, it'd be great.
They're making it better. Dawn Trail's coming out. I'm not biased. I am sponsored by Square Enix though, but
they update graphics and or character creation, I will be back into the game. I didn't like the gameplay, but if they update that all, I will go through it all again.
I love FF14 because it's the only MMORPG that I know of that truly makes you feel like through its main story, not through some bullshit you gotta go through, but through like not like World of Warcraft. It's a sandbox, bro. You make the adventure yourself. Yeah, that's cool for you. That's shit for a bunch of other people. You grief, right? But whatever, that's a whole other thing. But Final Fantasy XIV is the only one where it has like a story where the focus is to immerse you in the world and make you feel like you're on a long adventure where you get to make friends with different characters. MMOs don't generally do that. They don't really give you a recurring cast. I don't know if you
really
noticed
liked that in Final Fantasy because I felt like the MMO part of it was getting left behind. Because like, if I'm going on this adventure, everyone else is going on the same adventure though. So how does the world explain all the other people doing the exact same things as me? That's why I find that as a problem in MMOs.
Some people have described, I mean, the other players are not within the world. The other players are just random adventurers.
But then it takes away the aspect of the MMO part of it, because an MMO is supposed to be like that.
So Final Fantasy XIV has been called an ORPG. It's an online RPG. It's not really an MMORPG.
Yeah.
It's more like it's an online RPG. It's because it plays like a single player game. You could play through all of FF14 completely single player. The MMO part is more like a bonus feature, if anything.
That's fair. I mean, if you look at it that way, then it's completely fair.
It's not for everyone.
I like that RuneScape did no main quest line, I think. I mean, they did kinda, but like, I like that most of the quests, and a lot of the quests that you really like are just random, they're not committed to any main story, but the quests are all well written, and they would update it. I remember RuneScape would add new quests in every few weeks, and it was really fun. Yes.
I loved the way RuneScape did their questing because each individual, it was not like World of Warcraft where it's like you gotta do a billion quests and half of them are like kill 2 wolves or something like that. It's fucking boring. It's boring.
They made puzzles for each one in RuneScape too, right? It was really fun.
Every single quest is its own adventure, like a side story, like a side episode, like an episode of an anime. You go on this one quest adventure, you go through the story, and then it ends, right? And then you got a complete story in every single quest, and it was beautiful. I loved RuneScape questing. Some of the best questing there is.
That was good shit. God, oh my God.
You can't do that in a modern MMO. You really can't.
It'd be really hard because RuneScape was kind of had the sandbox to be able to do that. I mean, it's not really a sandbox. I mean,
RuneScape is also built upon the fact that it expects you to grind. right? Like like you don't level through the story. You don't level through doing quests. You level through grinding so you can unlock the quests.
Yeah.
Which is a very old way of doing it.
It's not something that would really fit with today's standards.
It would really not. The only reason why it fits now is because there's a pre-existing community to advocate for it. And an MMO that came out today with that kind of system would not be any more than a niche little game. It would be like, yeah, I don't know, like a Kickstarter MMO or something like that.
But we did reach the 3 hours mark, Mary. I will allow you to go to sleep now. No.
I was saying right here.
Do you wanna? You can stay if you want. Okay. Hello. Hey. Down. You're gonna knock over the camera again. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Honestly, Joel, I kind of, one of the things about living in Japan and stuff is that you kind of, or even just being European in general, living in Europe, living in Japan, all of that kind of thing, I miss out on a large part of the community, which is the American community, which is kind of where my roots are. Like, I started VTubing because of Melody. Most of my friends are American VTubers. It's a whole thing, right? Like, I've kind of integrated myself into the Asian community, but there's a large part of me, because a lot of my webcomic readers are American too. So a large part of me feels like I'm kind of isolated from that part of the community. I don't really get to collab with many American VTubers. I don't really get to socialize with very, very many of them. It feels like I kind of got lost from the part of the community that I started out hanging out with. Well, so it's nice to get to come and hang out a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this isn't a one-time thing, Mary. I try to reach out occasionally. It's just kind of hard to do stuff with time zones. So I don't think it's something that you need to personally feel sad about. Like, there's always a way. It just, sometimes requires somebody to lose their sleep. And most people already lose their sleep anyways, so why not?
It's true. There are ways to hang out, and I'm appreciative of the time I do get to hang out with my American friends, and I really appreciate you inviting me like this, Jill. That made me very happy.
I thought it'd be an interesting thing to have you on, because I've been getting into a lot of my guests. I've been trying to bring on more creative-centered guests, and I think you're a very creative VTuber with the things that you do, because you have a very interesting job alongside VTubing, and you try to play into that a little bit more, and I think that's really cool. I mean, I'm not saying that all my other guests are not as interesting. Like, everyone's a really cool guest, but I really like seeing perspectives from people that do very different things in VTubing besides just like, people like me where I play games and I yap, and that's a majority of VTubers. So it's fun to see things from other perspectives. That's why I thought you'd be a really interesting guest to come on, and you have been. It's been very fun just to talk to you.
Thank you, Joe.
Of course.
I hope I could provide bits of entertainment.
Oh, dude, you're fine. It was a lot of entertainment. There's a lot of bits of me yelling at you to get down and calling you a bad dog that it already is. I can see my editor frothing at the mouth trying to get a TikTok clip out of it. Everything else, though, I found really interesting because I like yapping about interesting subjects. I think it's fun to talk to people about the things that they're passionate about, and you brought a lot of passion to talk to me about. Even though a lot of the time I'm yelling about random tangents that I went off of, it was still fun to have you just sit there and kind of like listen to this fucking asshole yap while you're like, oh, is it my turn to talk? It was a fun time.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's nice to find somebody that actually likes black licorice. I'm not living on my own now anymore. You don't understand the amount of times I get made fun of for liking black licorice. I already get made fun of for not liking steak.
I find it hilarious you've gotten addicted to licorice balls. Should ask Sif to send you more.
Oh, they're so good. I really like them. I noticed I can't have too many because I think I went too overboard when I started chewing on licorice root. Then I was like, okay, maybe I'm going a little too far, but I still enjoy this.
They sold that at my school lunch. Like the lunch lady sold licorice roots at my school.
Yeah, Sif sent them to me. If it wasn't obvious. I started chewing on them in the middle of the streams, and I was just eating it. And I was like, yeah, I'm just kind of chewing on bark right now, guys.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience.
But also, Tice, thank you for the raid. I'm actually about to send Mary to bed, and then I think I'll actually fuck off too, because I have too many streams this week for me.
Yeah, chat with your audience a little bit, Joe. Thank you so much for having me on. Have a lovely time, ladies and gents. What's your chat called? Doll army, doll people,
I just
doll
call them my
lovers.
chat.
Are they called doll lovers?
No, I call them my
Dolllovers.net?
chat. I like calling them chat because I think chat's a cute name. They're little slimes and little dolls. Like they have a little wooden doll as their mascot. Chat dolls.
It was a Hey, doll lovers, it was a pleasure to be with you today.
Oh, it makes it sound
Thank
like
you
a
very
fetish.
much
Don't
for
say
having
it that way.
That's why it's funny. That's
No, don't call them. They call me. They're my kids. Call them my kids. They're my. Oh, something like that. I don't know. Doll lovers. That's so weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, dog army and doll lovers, it's been a pleasure and a privilege to hang out with you tonight. I hope you all have a lovely night. Thank you so much, and you can find me at twitch.tv/lostpause. Have a lovely night, everybody.
Do you want me to call you an Uber? Are you gonna sleep in one of the rooms upstairs?
I'll find a little corner in my dog form.
Okay. Make sure not to piss anywhere. We have toilets. Use them. You're not going outside. I'm not gonna open the door for you in the middle of the night. Use your human form. You use the toilets like a human. Okay. Chad,
Bye, Joel.
if he pisses on the floor, you're cleaning that up. Bye, Mary. Have a good rest of the night.
Joel, my Discord glitched out. You have to end the call.
Okay, bye. Again, if he pisses on the floor, you're cleaning it up. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I will let it sit there for like for years. You're going to clean it up. If he pisses or he shits, it's your dog. You have to take care of him. That's your responsibility. I got you a dog. That's your responsibility to take care of them. I'm not going to do shit. All right? That's on you. You are the one that wanted a dog, not me. I wanted a cat. Your responsibility. You're doing it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This was a lovely, lovely stream to have Mary on, and I feel like it was very interesting. Did you guys like the discussions that we were doing? We were talking a lot about, you know, passions, writing. We talked about Manhwa for a long time, but that was fun too. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys normally get the more like high-paced collabs, but I wanted this to be something where we get to the time to like actually discuss with each other and talk with each other, because I think Mary has a lot of interesting points to bring up when talking about his passion. So I thought that was something that I really want to do. Also, it was easier on me because I am so fucking tired, dude. 8 hours on Monday, 7 hours on Wednesday, 4 hours to 5 hours on Thursday, 7 hours yesterday, and now another 3 hours today. I've streamed a little too much this week. And then next week we have sponsors, so I need to keep my energy up. Teehee. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you again. You can go check out Mary at Merryweather or Mary Dog, whatever you want to see him on. He uses either of those for all of it. He has his Twitch, he has his Twitter, he has Webtoons where you can go read his Webtoons as well. Be sure to check him out on YouTube as well. He's got a lot of cool, interesting content you can check out, especially with his writing. So be sure to give it a try and go give him a look-see, because I'm sure he would very much appreciate that. Give him some love! He's a nice dog. He's a good dog. But other than that, I think I need to go rest, man. I am so dead. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this as well. Thanks for watching. Twitch, mwah, I love you guys. I just want to go over some quick stuff for next week before I fuck off, just so you guys know. So next week, just for your information, Monday is the next stream. I'm going to be doing a VTuber design critique stream. It's only going to be positive. I'm not going to shit on anyone. Go check me out on Twitter tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will be making a tweet saying, send me your VTuber designs, reply with a PNG of your VTuber and your personality, and I will try to give you advice on how to maybe change up the design to match you and give you more personality that goes alongside your streams. Because if you didn't know, I am a character designer. I made my design. I made a couple of VTuber children. One Saranya, one is Galthair. You can see them on Twitch as well. We're going to be doing that on Monday. So Monday stream, 5 p.m. I will post a tweet. You guys will be able to respond to the tweet even during the stream, and I will just go over VTuber designs and see what we can, you know, help people improve to make them not improve, but help them make something more to themselves in character design format, not in art style format. Like, I am not an art style. I am not going to judge anyone's art skills or anything like that. I'm going to just go on character design alone. So you don't have to worry about anything art-wise, okay? Then also, Wednesday, we are gonna do our family-friendly chibi doll stream. I will not be allowed to make sex jokes. I will not be allowed to swear. For the entire stream, I'll be using my chibi model, and we're gonna be doing Apollo Justice. We are gonna be sponsored to play one of the Ace Attorney games, Apollo Justice, so we'll see how that goes. I might do the chibi model that day. I might change chibi model to another day. We'll see how it goes. Friday, Monster Hunter with Giga, Peter Park, and Shonic. And then after Monster Hunter, we're going to be sponsored to play Like a Dragon. And then Saturday, I'm going to bring on the fan artists for a Doodle Doll stream. But you don't know what Doodle Doll is. Basically, what I do is I bring on a couple of fan artists from the community, and I will give them different themes that chat recommends me, and they will all have to draw that theme all on one page, and then we will go over them each time. It's a fun little scenario that we get to see. But that's what's happening next week. We have a couple of collabs scattered here and there. Other than that, I think that's it for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed. Been a long fucking week, dude. You guys had extra streams this week. There's a lot of shit going on, huh? Hope you guys had a good time. But I think that's about it. If you guys want to see me anywhere else, I have a TikTok, Twitter, YouTube channel, PorcelainMaid Clips, PorcelainMaid VODs, all on YouTube. We're going to be uploading a brand new video, hopefully by the end of the month, of a date night between me and Nags, our first time having a PLUSHIE on the screen. It'll be a lot of fun. That'll hopefully come out maybe this week or next week. As well as I have a merch store, PorcelainMaid.store. You can buy my body pillow, my mouse pad, my titty mouse pad, ass mouse pad, all of my charms. There's charms of chat as well, posters, stickers, stuff like that. All of that's on there. You can buy my plushie using !plushie, or if you're broke and you want something that's the cost of nothing, you can go to the voice pack by typing !voice pack and get 45 different voice lines for you to use for your own streams, or for, you know, like alarm clocks or whatever. There is also, you can get 10% off any order of gamer subs by using code GamerMaid at checkout at Gamer Subs and at Ironside for PC parts. And I think that's about it for promotional bullshit. I'll see you guys on Monday for the next stream at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Mary, for coming on. I'm so happy that you're able to stay up and hang out with me for a little bit. Thanks for being here. Chat, I am going to send you on over to... Let me send you to Sayu. I never get to raid Sayu. Go be nice to the boy. He's actually going to be he's going to be debuting, I think, next week, so give him some love. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to check everyone out from today's stream. Mary was a lovely guest, and he's a good dog, so give him some love for that one. And again, Mary, fucking fantastic job. You did great today. You did a lot of content, and I'm excited to see your lore video after the stream is over. I'm going to go watch that, and as well as I'm going to go check out some of that the Clinic of Horrors comic, because I've been meaning to look at that. But that's about it for today. I love you guys. You could have watched anyone, but you chose to watch me, and that means a lot to me. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go fuck off and rest until Monday, dude. I'm just going to shut off. Like, as soon as the stream is over, I'm going to fall down on the floor and I'm going to turn off. Like, I'm just not going to think for the rest of the day tomorrow. So much shit to do, man. There's been progress on the chat model debut, as well as the male model and the monster model, so we got a lot of cool stuff. I'm cooking, chat. I'm cooking. Maybe I'm cooking a little too hard. My soul just left my body. Ugh. I'm sleepy, man. All right. See you Monday, everyone. I love you a lot. Bye-bye. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thanks for being here.